This week's Tim's pick is really for the dogs as we discuss the 1988, I guess it's a fucking dog movie. It's not a horror movie, for Christ's sake. Watchers. Hello and welcome to the Bloody Bits Horror Show. I'm your host, Eddie, the Axe Jefferson, and joining me as always, the guy just trying to live in a bus down by the river, Tim Yobo. How are you doing today, good sir?
I'm doing very good. I don't know. I got something wrong with my nose. It's like itchy. It's making me sneeze.
Your nose is itchy?
Nose hair I got to pull out or something like that.
Oh, God, that's the fucking worst. And Tim, we're not alone on this journey. No.
Speaking of nose hairs.
We are joined once again by the piggy to our other two boys on the bike. It's Candice.
First time I did it,
Candice. We just talked completely over your intro.
That's okay. I'll mute you. I called you Piggy from the boys on the bike.
Yeah, I could live with that. Although, I got to tell you, I might be crazy. I think we've already established that I might not see myself the way other people see me.
Hold on, I just climbed up back up into my seat because you shocked me.
I might not know everything.
Whoa! Wait a minute.
You know, she said might not know.
Might not. Well, but to be fair, that means you don't know if you don't know everything, meaning you don't know everything.
Ooh.
Checkmate.
Damn.
So go ahead,
the infinity
Candice.
paradox.
So, Candice, why are you crazy today?
Well, like, out of nowhere, all of a sudden, people have started complimenting me, like, constantly. I got freaking hit on by a 20-year-old at the gas station. I was like, what the fuck is happening? I was like, am I, like, getting hormones?
Please explain to us how this 20-year-old hit on you. I'm very curious.
Okay, so I know this kid.
Oh.
Like, his mom babysits my kids. Like, I know this child. But he works at the gas station. And I was, like, grabbing a Pepsi for the road. And I set it up there, and he, like, leans forward. You know, does the, like, lean over the counter. And he's like, so, what are you doing tonight? I was like, staying home with my family that you know I'm married with kids. I was like, I'm just, running errands. Then I'm going to go home. He's like, hey, I'm turning 21 next month. I'm like, good for you.
I want to talk to you after I'm 21 because I don't need you to buy me alcohol anymore. So, it's real.
I was like, okay, well, that's going to be fun. Yeah, have a good time and be responsible. And I just, like, left. I was like, what the fuck was that?
Did they give you a free box of condoms?
No.
No, see, that's really
responsible. Yeah. You told him to be responsible?
Yeah, I was trying to remind him how older I am than him.
Well, there's lots of other ways you could have done it besides be responsible, but...
Yeah, you could just quit dyeing your hair.
Oh. I was feeling good, and you had to knock me down.
Candice, I tease. If there's somebody who cannot talk about dyeing hair of all of us, it's fucking us or fucking me, man. I've got the hair on the back of my neck. There's like half of it's gray, the other half of it, like left to right, a full half of it's gray, the other half isn't.
Is it like red?
Kinda, yeah. I don't know. I have weird hair.
Yeah, I'm lucky. I got that salt and pepper hair, and it's mostly silver. It's not even gray.
But there was a reason I brought this up, and not just to be like, hey, everybody, guess how hot I am.
Right,
yeah, exactly. No, the point is that, I always get down on myself about how I look and stuff and crack jokes on myself.
Candice is going to say she always gets down with those 20-year-olds. Yeah.
And I mean it when I say it. But, and then after, like, all this time, I'm like, was I actually, like, hot, and like I just never knew it.
Oh wow!
Here we go.
Like, I wasted so much.
Listeners, tune in 6 months. Candice is going to be divorced and dating that 20-year-old at the gas station.
Candice is going to be on MILF Man or 2.
Yeah. The gas station version.
The moral of the story is, if you think you're a bad person, or if you think you're down on yourself, if you think you're a piece of shit, you're not. Like, you're probably not. You're probably just crazy like me.
No, you could be a bad person.
Yeah.
If you think you're a bad person, you could be a bad person.
Yeah, if you think you're a bad person, you might have to self-reflect a little bit.
I'll tell you
why
right
you think
now,
you're a
though,
bad person.
I'm digging your sentiment, Candice, because, you know, I was questioning myself for a minute, but you're right. I am fucking great.
You are, Eddie.
I am. That's what I need, more ego.
And Tim, you're great too.
Yeah,
Thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah, you know what? Let's have we'll have just a big positivity episode this week. How about that? As we discuss Watcher.
Are we only going to talk about the good things?
I guess we're just not going to talk about the fucking
There's
movie.
one good thing that we can talk about with this movie, and you know
There's
who
a couple
he
of them.
is.
Yep, I do.
Was it Jamie Priestley?
Yeah, Jason
yeah, when he
Priestley.
showed up, I was like, "What the
Jason
fuck?"
Priestley, yeah. I was like, "Holy shit! I haven't seen him in
Was
decades."
he born looking like that?
Yeah, because that was like long before Beverly Hills came out.
Yeah, I think they come out of the factory looking like that.
Oh, he's
Jason
like an
Priestley
android.
types.
Do you think if you saw him now, he'd still look the same?
Yeah,
I think he does still look the
I
same.
bet.
Trying to remember if he was ever on Law and Order SVU.
I wonder if
I'm
Corey
sure he
Haim
was.
would have
I
looked the
don't
same.
think he was. I know
nowadays.
Luke Perry was on. He was the one who raped some woman, and then
Oh my god!
she had a
Oh,
baby,
he
and then he
looked the
got her
same.
mental. He got her put away in a mental institution, and got the baby, and then made the mother from Modern Family raise it. After he also raped her, but she didn't recognize him because I guess he disguised his voice.
Here you go.
Yeah.
This is what Jason Priestley looks like now.
Okay,
Yeah, just some lines around the eyes.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
See what I mean?
See, Tim, they
It's freaky.
they're drinking infant blood. The
adrenochrome?
Republicans are right.
Yeah.
We gotta get
Dude, if
color
they
code
made
red.
a fucking reboot of this movie, he could get on a fucking bike with some other different
Yep.
piggy and whoever that other guy is and play the same fucking thing.
Oh my god, I would love a reboot of this fucking movie. They could dig up Corey Haim, right?
Could you please sew his mouth shut?
Could you?
know,
No.
it just,
Oh god.
yeah, we're gonna get into
Yeah.
this gaping fucking maw
You know
of
what?
a mouth he has.
We could swap Corey's. They could do a reboot of this. It could be Corey Feldman. Like today.
I wish we had a different podcast for the simple fact of that after I watched Watchers,
Mm-hmm.
the next thing that popped up on my list was Dream a Little Dream.
Oh my god, Tim.
Wait, have you seen it, Eddie? Have you seen it?
Dream a Little Dream is my sister's favorite movie.
Okay, your sister is a fucking moron. I'm
She's
sorry.
insane.
Yep, she's
don't know
insane
what the-
because it is the most incoherent. I think the movie starts off with Corey and Corey in a room together, staring in each other's eyes while Corey Haim is whacking off. I think that's what I saw.
Mm-hmm.
And it just gets more and more insane. Jason Robards is in it. Piper Laurie. It's a body switch movie.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
Yeah, it's oh my fucking god! Whoever wrote that movie and directed it, because it's done so deadpan serious.
Yeah, imagine
So,
if an absolute idiot wrote Being John Malkovich. That's what that's Dream a Little Dream.
Harry Dean Stanton is in it, and he's convinced that Corey Feldman is Jason Robards, his best friend, because he tells him a story about something that supposedly happened 30 years ago, and that's the only evidence that he needed.
Yeah, you got me, Tim. You got me.
Oh.
I just know my sister was at one point almost willing to spend $100 on a VHS copy of Dream a Little Dream because she loved the movie and couldn't find a place to buy it. The only place she could possibly was the local video rental place.
And of course, they're going to charge her an arm and a leg to buy it, and it's a used copy, no less.
Yeah, exactly.
I've never even heard of it.
Man, what a piece of shit. But we're not talking about that. Thank the Lord in heaven. We are talking about Watchers.
I don't know. That might have been more entertaining to talk about than this.
I don't know. There's a lot to get into here. But before we do that, Tim,
yes,
we've got to get to everybody's favorite segment, Candice. What have you been consuming?
I have been doing a lot of reading because the final book in a trilogy from Robert Jackson Bennett is finally out. So I've been like binging it over the weekend. I've already read half the book and I got it Friday. But I just wanted to mention this because if you're like me and you don't just like horror, but you also like fantasy novels, then would I suggest the Robert Jackson Bennett Founders Trilogy. Like I said, the third book just came out, and he has another series called the Divine Cities Trilogy. It's absolutely fantastic. Like I know you guys probably don't read a lot of fantasy, like epic high fantasy.
Wow. Epic high fantasy, because sometimes I like to read high fantasy, but I don't know about the epic part. So
that's literally a subgenre. That's a subgenre.
Oh,
of
yeah,
fantasy.
I know it. I know. I have Audible, and I look at the fucking subcategories of fucking horror and science fiction. It's like, what?
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking for examples of epic high fantasy. Oh, like Robert Jordan stuff. Okay.
Yes. Well, if you like Robert Jordan and you like Brandon Sanderson, then you will love Robert Jackson Bennett. Because he has like the best world building and the magic systems he comes up with. And this one, it's not really magic per se, it's more like physics. And he actually, to explain how this magic system works, he actually put a fucking geometric graph in the fucking novel because it's so fucking complicated. But at the same time, it makes sense, and you're like, oh, this is cool.
Yeah. See, this is for nerds. This is nerds so nerdy that just magic like D&D isn't enough for them. They also need fucking algebra attached.
I mean, it makes sense when you see the graph and then the characters are explaining it. You're like, oh yeah, I get it now. I get it, because there's always the dumb character.
Airtight. I got it.
But if you like that kind of like novels where it's a very well realized, well thought out system of magic, and the plot is extremely high stakes, and it's not really magic. Like I said, it's like physics, because it has to do with like the materials of existence and reality, and how you can bend time and use logic to change the very fabric of existence. Like if you into shit like that, you'd love this book. You'd love this whole trilogy. Oh, I love it so much. Yep, and that is the Founders Trilogy by Robert Jackson Bennett. If that sounds good to you, you definitely should pick it up.
Okay, so there you go. There's Candice's nerd pick of the week. What about you, Tim? What have you been consuming?
My nerd pick of the week is I just caught up on the last 2 episodes of The Mandalorian.
I haven't even started.
Are you caught?
I'm like, I
so
gotta wait for them all
good.
to come out. That's the only way my husband will watch it. If they're all out at the same time. Yeah, he doesn't like to watch it like once a week.
So he doesn't have any internet access at all where this shit's going to get spoiled super quick, right?
He doesn't. He has 0 online presence. I kid you not.
He's got you, Tim.
All right, whatever. She's married to some fucking grandpa or something like that.
I
call him 55 years old, and I got a fucking social.
I call him the hermit crab. He never leaves the house. He never talks to anybody, not even online.
Not even you.
Yeah, especially not me.
No, it's just really. I mean, both of you watch the first 2 seasons.
I'm not
right?
gonna watch.
Yes, definitely.
Not you. I'm talking about Candice and the husband. You're out of this conversation. Go get a drink. Go do something, whatever, for the next 5 minutes.
All right, I
Star
will.
Wars here.
Yeah,
you're all caught up on that, right?
Mm-hmm.
This season, it's so fucking good. It is probably the best representation of what Star Wars could be.
Mm-hmm. Well, I always thought the first 2 seasons were like super fun. It's like Star Wars stopped being fun at a certain point.
Yes,
or it felt like a real adventure.
Yeah, no, it's just that you have such a huge galaxy of fucking things that you can do with this thing.
Yeah,
and
does not have to be Skywalkers.
Doing it perfectly. Yes, yeah, exactly. So definitely, I can't wait for the next episode to come out, because Jesus Christ, every episode just keeps getting better and better with this one. And usually, like by the 3rd or 4th season, it starts going down a little bit.
How does it hold up to Andor?
Oh, you're gonna kill me, Candice. I didn't get past episode 2 on that one.
Oh
Kind of like
shit!
bored me a little bit. I know. I keep hearing about how great it is, and that this is like the fucking thinking man Star Wars.
It
and
is.
Everything. I'll get
It's
around
all about
to
like
watching it, yes.
intrigue, like intrigue and the mundanity of evil, and how fascism slowly creeps into a society and grips them before they even realize they've been invaded.
Do they get into where the midichlorians come from?
No,
like
there's no Jedi. There's no Force in there at all.
You think that's in Jedi Jizz also?
Oh yeah, they're shooting midichlorians.
Well, is it inheritable? Like, do you inherit midichlorians?
Well, usually if you're a Force user, your children are Force users.
Mm.
You like how I said that like a fact?
I hate it so fucking much. And one of the greatest things about The Last Jedi is at that very end where that fucking kid uses the Force to pick up the fucking broom.
To pick up a
Is that
broom?
why they had to spend 2 hours on that planet that led to nowhere?
I don't know. Is he on the planet with the gambling thing? But whatever.
Yes.
Again, Candice, you just bitched about how Star Wars isn't fun anymore, and then they did a fun little diversion throughout that movie. And you're like, I don't like it.
It was a bad movie because it made no sense. The plot made no fucking sense.
It's a great movie. Fanboys can't fucking accept the fact that Luke Skywalker isn't a perfect fucking god.
No, I didn't hate that. What I hated was the fact that they, why the choices that were made to keep certain people's information, away from them. And it's like, there's no reason for the withhold this information other than to stretch out the film, to create these scenarios where nothing happens. Nothing's resolved because it was pointless. Because if they had just done this thing in the beginning...
It's the middle part of a trilogy. So what happens in the middle part of a trilogy? You can't resolve anything. You have to build on what happened on the first one and set up the third one. Yeah. And the third one, they shit the bed because a bunch of fucking fanboys went, I don't like Luke Skywalker looking like he might actually have a conscience and think about the repercussions of his actions.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Empire Strikes Back, middle of the trilogy. Which movie's better?
Oh, that one, because George Lucas had the least amount to do with it.
Well, still, just saying.
That's it.
We're giving a movie.
If George Lucas would have done Empire Strikes Back, it wouldn't have been the great movie that it is.
But your argument is that the middle part of a trilogy is never good. But look at Spider-Man 2. Look at, like I said, look at the two
No.
towers.
You can't say Spider-Man 2 isn't part of a trilogy. It's there's a trilogy in the sense that there's 3 movies, but there's no overarching story in those 3 movies.
Okay, the Twin Towers is the best Lord of the Rings movie. It's the middle part.
I will agree with you on that one for the simple fact of that all 3 of those movies are way too fucking long. The middle one had one of the best fucking battle scenes ever.
The Battle of Helm's Deep.
And the third one, the special effects in the third one are so fucking downgraded from everything else that we saw in the first 2 movies.
Yeah, that was weird.
Laughable.
Why did they do that? They didn't run out of money.
I think they were running out of money. Because they did.
How do you run out of money? Even at that point, dude, I'm fucking Peter Jackson. I just made the first 2 fucking movies. Look how much money they made. Give me $80,000 more to make fire look real.
He made them all at the same time. They were the third one that was already made before the first one was released.
Okay, so let's say you did that. Let's say that's true. Which you're right, Candice. And like I say, it's not true. He did all 3 of them at the same time.
Don't you try to out-nerd
after
me,
you
Tim.
see, no. But after you see the success that the first 2 had, don't you at that point go, hey, you know what? You want to give me $1 million so we can polish the third one up a little bit?
You're talking about CGI. This is something that you could go back after the fact and take another pass at before it gets released.
I couldn't believe how bad the special effects were in that third movie. It was incredible.
So you were watching your space robots then, Tim. That's fun. So I don't know.
A space western.
I know people love it. I get it. It's just not for me. No, what I've been consuming this week is I played a little bit of Atomic Heart.
How was that?
Oh, how'd you like it? Yeah. That Russian propaganda game, supposedly?
You know what? I'm starting to think that communism might not be good, Tim. Because from what I understand, communism means that everybody has to get some weird version of the internet embedded in their head that they all become a part of and share consciousness. That's the end goal, I guess, of communism. I don't know.
And Satanism.
It's so funny because it's just one of those setups to a game. First of all, the setup to it is way too long. Like, come on, man. But it's one of those setups, too, that I love where it's like, here we are in the floating islands with a bunch of artificial intelligence and robots that are our servants that run around and do everything, and everything works perfectly. I wonder what's going to happen.
That fucking car ride from the beginning of the game to actually get to the fucking thing. It's like a 20-minute fucking ride in real time.
Yeah, I got up and got a sandwich. I'm like, what the fuck? It took forever. But not bad. I mean, I like the universe they created.
I watched like the first 30
Play
minutes
High
of
on
it.
Life, much better game.
I watched the first 30 minutes of it, of someone playing it, and I gotta say, do you think these people might have played BioShock Infinity?
Yeah, a little bit.
My God. Well, I guess there's no plagiarism laws in Russia anymore, right?
No, I guess not. So played a little bit of that. Played a little bit of the new WWE game that came out. I don't watch wrestling, but it's fun. The wrestling game.
Yeah, I was watching someone.
Did you buy the game?
Yeah.
Wow, my mind is blown. I never pictured Eddie Jefferson buying a fucking wrestling video game.
Dude, those games are so fun. You make the goal is to make the stupidest looking character and to create a character.
That's the goal.
I remember those games, yes. All the way back to the Nintendo 64.
Yeah, because then you can play online with people, and they're like, "What? How did you do that? What the fuck? How is his face falling off of his head? Like, that's insane."
I know. I was watching someone play that, and I was like, Xavier Woods, he's hot. Like, I've never seen a wrestler, and I was like, they're hot, because they're usually, like, too big,
Yeah. So if he was 20, you'd let him diddle you behind the Circle K?
She'd be like, what are you doing later on tonight?
I was like, I think this is the first wrestler I've ever been like, that's a handsome man.
Really? You didn't like Hacksaw Jim Duggan?
Candice?
I don't know who that is. John Cena's all right, but he's too big, He's like, his face looks like it's chiseled from granite.
Not a big Yokozuna girl?
No. Okay, I know who that is.
Undertaker?
No.
Yeah,
no,
Undertaker.
God, no.
Man Chic?
What about the fake Razor Ramone? Huh?
Oh, there's a fake one?
Yeah, there was. Oh, man.
What'd the real one do?
He went to the competing company, and instead of like just making a different character, Vince McMahon's like, well, I own the rights to that character he played, so I'm just going to get a different dude to be him.
Please tell me like this is one of the guys who either wears a mask or has makeup on.
He's not.
So all of a sudden it's Tim Yobo as Razor Ramone coming out on the thing.
Guess how well it worked. Not well.
Yeah, but I bet you that was like the high days of Vince McMahon, right? Before he got taken down for sexual harassment.
No.
Sell his
this was right before Turner put a bunch of money into their wrestling promotion and took them out for a while. But other than that, I just got done consuming the new Dungeons and Dragons movie.
How was it?
Oh, with Chris Pine.
Yeah, with Chris Pine.
And Michelle Rodriguez, right?
Yes, sir.
And Marlon Wayans? Oh, no, he was in the other.
He was in the previous one. It was good. It was... I took my daughter to go see it because she's been bitten by the D&D bug. So, like...
I thought you were going to say because she's your daughter and whatever movie you want to go see, she has to follow you.
Just like somehow my daughter magically likes to wear black clothes. It's weird.
Yeah, it's weird how that happens. But no, she had a great time there. And fucking, I mean, I don't know. So much like CGI and green screening. They should have used a real dragon, right, Tim?
If they could find one, yeah, why not? Put that extra money in the budget.
It just made me wish that we could go back to doing like animatronics and a bunch of more like practical mix with CGI.
Right, here's a question, because I think Disney and I think Marvel has been getting this a lot, where like the last like 5 movies, the green screen and the special effects aren't up to snuff, and it looks like shit. And they're saying, well, it costs a lot of money, it takes a lot of time. At what point does it get cheaper to go back to actual physical fucking things?
Wait. So Disney's bitching that it costs a lot of money and takes a lot of time to make their movies?
Maybe they shouldn't.
Well, the
do that
CGI
then.
and the special effects, yeah.
Huh.
Because you always hear like how the special
That
effects,
sucks.
like they're like super low paid, and like they got
Yeah.
like, hey, it's supposed to take 90 hours. You got 3 hours to do this shit, or you're gonna be fired.
I guess those movies aren't making any money then, because if they can't afford to keep
they're
making
making
them.
money, but I think
Oh, they're making
I think
money.
the, like-
Oh.
Well, no, hold on, Candice, you can back me up on this because you're a geek nerd too. I think like the last 4 or 5 Marvel movies have made money, but they're not making the money that they used to anymore.
thank
No,
God.
their popularity has dropped off significantly.
Oh, God, please.
And I think a
Please.
major part of it is, well, it's just oversaturation with the shit.
It's working.
And if I'm going to see the new Ant-Man movie, but before I see it, I keep hearing how the special effects department didn't have enough time to do everything the way that they were supposed to, and it looks kind of crappy and all this and that. I'll wait for it to come on Disney Plus and watch it.
Exactly. That's what I've been doing.
Well, I'm just glad to hear that the effigies I burned weren't in vain. And we're finally going to be fucking done with these comic
you
book
knew it
movies
was
for
going to
babies.
happen.
I think we got at least another 5 to 10 years of this shit because they're doing the Secret Wars,
Ooh.
right?
No,
You know
not.
they're done because their biggest competition's coming out April 7th.
Yeah, D&D, right?
No. Super Mario!
Oh, God. I can't wait for that one.
I'm taking
Still
and
going to go
one
see that
movie.
shit. Yeah.
We're
No,
going to
I'm-
eat at Denny's and we're going to watch Super Mario.
That's such a perfect American outing. Eat at Denny's and go see the Mario movie.
Nice and
It's
wholesome.
got the guy that was in he wasn't in the
Yeah,
office.
you got to go to what's the
Community.
Star-Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Not
you got to
Community.
go to Olive Garden
It's,
and then
Parks
watch
and
the
Recreation
Mario
is what he was in.
That's right. Parks and Recreation.
Andy.
Fucking
Yep.
hate that guy.
And
Anyhow.
he was in.
Oh.
Was he? He was in Jennifer's Body, right?
Was he?
We did some movie where he was in it because he was fat. He was at a party and he was being like a fucking obnoxious motherfucker.
Probably. That tracks. It's about the right timing.
I'm
So,
pretty sure it was. All right, Jennifer's Body. I think it was. Yeah, because it was at the club where the fucking the fires broke out and the whole everybody fucking died.
Yeah. Okay. Did he die? I hope so.
We still donated 13% of our profits from that episode to charity, right?
Yeah. You know what's funny? Some other unrelated podcast just tweeted like, we did an episode on Perfect Blue, and here's 4 other podcasts that did an episode on Perfect Blue, right? Ours was one of them, but of the 4 they retweeted, I was in half of them. So
Wow. You get around.
like, wow,
We should. You know what? We should all get together as a podcast community and do that. Let's put like all the episodes that everybody's done of the same movie together, and like have like a vote on who did it better.
when I was
right?
thinking about what kind of a podcast I wanted to do back about 3 years ago when I started this up, one of my ideas.
You realize that key lime pie wasn't going to carry on past more than one episode.
No, my idea was to take movie podcasts, like let's say Halloween 3, right? My idea was to review 3 different movie podcasts reviews of Halloween 3.
Oh, you've told us this before, yeah.
Yeah.
Just do
You
a
just
meta
review the
podcast. Oh man.
And this is what the other podcast had to say about it. I'll be back in 35 minutes.
So here we are. We're nearly done with this
Well,
fucking
no, we're in the
month.
thick of it.
No, we only got 1 week left.
Oh, yeah,
We
that's right.
finished watching 2 of the movies. We've only got 1 left.
This March is like February for us. It's a short month.
So what we're doing here, Tim, you suggested this because you said you're a big fan of Dean Koontz, right?
Oh, God.
I used to read a ton of his books. I think I stopped. I don't know what year it was, but I think the last book that I read from him was Twilight Eyes or the Twilight Eyes Saga, something shit like that.
No, that was the Twilight
And I
Saga.
kind of
That's-
dropped off on him. But his first, I'll say that his first 10 books are pretty damn good.
Okay.
I agree to disagree.
Ooh.
Oh, okay, Candice, lay into it.
No, when we go into the history, we'll talk about it.
Okay.
Well, I think we're going to be at the history. I really didn't do a lot of notes for this movie because I really didn't care for it.
Well, thanks a lot, man. The one fucking pick that I get.
What, you don't? Okay, Tim, why did you pick this movie then? Let's get into your history with it.
The only history I have with it is I read the book. I loved the book. I thought the book was really, really good. And I saw it was in the blood bank, and I was like, yeah, I saw that once, and I fucking hated it. That was it.
Did you watch the sequel?
I have the other two movies queued up. I'm going to watch it because the thing that I found interesting is it seems like part 3, the third one, is the one that sounds like, just from the description of it, sounds the closest to what the original book was supposed to be.
Well, it's got Wings Hauser in it, so I mean that's already.
You know what? Hold on, Eddie. I'm sorry. I'm stop recording. Candice, you go on.
No. I'm going to stop.
Wings Hauser in this.
Tim, it didn't even crack 90 minutes. The third one couldn't make
that's
90.
Okay. That's
I
good.
love. No, that's great. That's perfect.
Tank movie.
Yeah.
You got two fucking animals are created in a lab. One of them hates the other one for some fucking reason that's never explained in this movie, though. It's a little bit more detail in the book. They're both always within 500 yards of each other, but they can't find each other. End of story.
Wow. So, Tim, I guess in your history, when you first saw this movie, you weren't a big fan.
No, because like I said, I read the book. I thought it was really, really good. I'll say, how many books have you read from him, Candice?
Several. A lot.
Okay. Whispers?
Yes.
Okay. Night Chills?
Yep.
Phantoms?
Yeah, read Phantoms.
Okay. All good books, in my opinion.
No.
Look at the little Miss fucking High and Mighty with the fucking literature. Fucking reading high fantasy shit. It's just, the movie is just, it's one of those things where they get the rights to a book and they go, okay, let's take the back cover synopsis, cut that in half, dilute that by 2, and action.
Nice. Oh, man. It's.
I was almost going to pick Phantoms, but you got Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
I like Ben Affleck.
Rose McGowan in that one. Liv Schreiber.
I was going to ask you.
We had a movie with Liv Schreiber in it last week, so I don't want to do 2 weeks in a row with Liv Schreiber.
I was going to ask you why you hated this movie so much, because when I was watching it, I was like, it's just there. I'm like, I don't think it's particularly offensive.
It's bad.
Now I'm wondering why you hate it so much.
No. I think this is a good. Do I want to say palate cleanse from Halloween 2?
Oh, okay.
Because Halloween 2 is such a bad fucking cocksucking movie.
This is just not as bad.
That anything else that would have come after would look good by comparison, right?
That's a good point.
So I wanted to pick a movie that should have been good because at this time it had a decent enough cast in it for the time that it was made, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You got one of Corey's.
You got a Corey, yeah, that's fair.
You got a Corey. I think Corey's is still popular this tide, right? Michael Ironside is always good. He's the best part of this movie, 100%.
Man, he's pretty good. I think that the hobo by the river was probably the best part.
The Tim Yobo?
Yeah.
The Yobo hobo?
If you think I'm living that fucking rough, Candice, you are insane. I couldn't survive 2 hours.
Growing your pot?
I swear to God, if I lived in this... I lived in this fucking town, I would have lived out there, man. God damn, everybody is so obnoxious.
It's just a good example of a movie that's just so bland.
Yeah.
And the way that they do certain things, the way that they show, spoiler alert, the monster.
Well,
but my favorite part is how nobody recognizes there's $1 million fucking dog in my living room. What the fuck am I going to do? Give it back.
So Candice, what about you? What's your history with Watchers?
This is the second time I've seen it.
Oh,
I watched it back in the day, back in the 90s. Okay. It was like my video rental night, and this was one of the movies I picked, and I just don't remember anything of it. I remember Corey Haim, and I remember a lot of denim, but that was the only thing I remember.
Same thing. The only thing that the only thing I really remember about this movie is Corey Haim. When Michael Ironside's name popped, I went, "Oh shit, that's right." That's how bad this movie is. It's so forgettable.
But
pretty bad.
I have a little history with Dean Koontz because my grandma. She was a big reader too, and she would always, whenever she would visit, she'd bring books.
Candice is going to call me a grandma book reader. Okay.
I guess she just didn't want me to read Stephen King or something because she knew I liked horror, but I guess maybe she thought Stephen King was too scary, so she would get me Dean Koontz.
She gave you,
which is why I have read so many Dean Koontz novels. And I'm like, what? I'm like, this is terrible. Like, can't you at least give me Stephen King, anyone else? But it's always Dean Koontz every single time.
Oh, well, no, I'm not going to say that he can't even hold Stephen King's fucking typewriter ribbon, but for just a good enough book that gets you from point A to point B, and it's not Stephen King. At that time, you had, who was the big horror writers at that time? You had Stephen King, Peter Straub, which I think Peter Straub is one of the most boring fucking writers ever.
You don't like the moody stuff, the slow stuff.
What was the book, Candice? I know you probably read it, where there's two kids trapped in a fucking magic house or something like that.
Was that the Black Talisman?
No, that's the one that he did.
That one was Stephen King.
He did the Talisman with Stephen King.
Right.
Yeah, part of it.
It sounds really familiar. I'm not sure. Peter Straub wrote
and
Ghost Story. Yeah.
He did
That's
Ghost Story,
his most
right?
famous one.
Yeah. Oh my God, Jesus fucking Christ, man. So I think Dean Koontz was a good enough, and look, for that time, I'm going into Barnes and Nobles. I got $5 in my pocket. I want to buy a paperback book.
Remember when paperbacks were less than $5?
$3.95. Oh, yeah.
Jesus! Yeah, now books are expensive because barely
They're
anybody
so
buys
expensive.
them, so they got to make their money somehow. So okay,
that's why I almost exclusively read ebooks.
Makes sense. So your grandma gave you a bunch of Koontz books, so you're like, hey, I might as well
I'm, like,
rent a Dean
traumatized.
Koontz movie.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, like I actually have never read Watchers, so I'm interested in hearing what the differences are, because I was like, when they were like, oh, this is about a...
Corey Haim is not in the movie. It's a guy. I'm pretty sure that...
Guy? Because
it's Jesus Christ. I mean, how long ago I read this fucking book. But I know the main difference is there's no Corey Haim character. That guy, Corey Haim, is supposed to be an adult male who either his wife died or he got back from the war and he had some problems going on with him. And that's why he made the extra connection with the dog.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay. Because when they were explaining the telepathic link with the dog and the Watcher and everything, and I was like, this sounds like Dean Koontz. I was like, this sounds like a plot line he would come up with.
Because
yeah, science, that's not really explained.
Because, if it was explained by magic or some sort of algorithm, it would have worked better, right, Candice?
Exactly. If you have to show me a chart, if you have to make a geometric diagram explaining how it works.
Did you like Phantoms as a book, though, Candice?
It was okay. I didn't think it was terrible.
That book kind of freaked me out.
What percent of Dean Koontz's books have magic dogs in them?
A lot.
Here's why I stopped reading Dean Koontz, because after a while, Timmy picked up on a pattern. He has some kind of like magical animal in books, or his main thing is some woman that was traumatized in her past. And that trauma comes back to be the explanation why this demon, ghost, serial killer, or whatever is coming after.
So, A24, you hack.
Wow. And that's why Candice doesn't like it.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Candice.
The concepts are just too large.
Oh, shit.
If you have a therapist, fire him and hire me. Because I can just connect the dots here, Candice. Never seen this movie. I just would confuse it for Waxworks 2 on the shelf. The VHS box looks damn near fucking identical.
That's the one with like time travel,
it's not a great
right?
box.
Yeah, Waxworks 2 Lost in Time.
Oh my God. I thought, when you said that, I thought what flashed in my head was House of Wax. And I was like, wait, they made a sequel, and then wait, they travel through time?
That'd be good. No. So, never watched this one. Glad I didn't. But I did watch it today. So thanks, Tim. I'm going to go ahead and just go through the trivia, and with as much respect as possible, I'm just going to read what it says on Internet Movie Database, because I believe the top little fact, it totally makes sense. And it seems like it'd be easy to fact check it and get it taken down. Mm-hmm. So apparently a guy named Paul Haggis wrote the original screenplay for it.
I know that.
Yeah. But by the time it was greenlit, the Writers Guild went on strike. So he stopped working on it.
Perfect.
And then they moved it to Canada for production.
And then they said, hey, Mr. Corey Haim, you're not a professional writer, so you wouldn't be breaking union rules if you punch up this script,
Yeah,
right?
that Corey Haim, right? No. So they had some producer up in Canada, Damian Lee, rewrite the script.
Oh,
then they handed it back to Haggis after he rewrote it. And the guy's like, yeah, I'm not... Take my fucking name off of it. Just use a pseudonym, Bill Freed. So...
That makes sense.
That's where we're at.
I would say that this book's the movie plot and the book plot is about maybe 15%.
Damn.
Yeah.
So is there?
It's kind of like, why even bother doing it at all? Why even bother adapting a book? Why not just use an original script?
Yeah, it doesn't even. I'm looking at
because it's a decent idea. If it was done right, it'd be an okay horror movie, right? If it was done right.
I guess because it's got from best-selling novel author Dean Koontz on the cover.
No, Dean R. Koontz, because I guess there's a bunch of Koontz writing books, so he has to put the middle initial in, just so you can tell.
That's true. So directed by John Hess, but there's also...
From Entertainment Tonight?
That's John Tesh.
Oh, that's
John Tesh. No, he was the...
Well, Candice, you knew that. You really did hang out with your grandma a lot.
Yeah.
No, he also directed, what do we got here? Alligator 2, The Mutation, and produced American History X. So that's...
Holy shit.
Wow.
Weird.
Damn. Wow, we have to watch Alligator 2 because I would really want to see that fucking dinner scene with the alligator.
The alligator bite the curb.
No, say goodnight. Oh, man. Then what do we have here? Writer, of course, Dean R. Koontz, Bill Freed, and Damian Lee. Damian Lee being the producer asshole.
Yeah.
Starring new to the show, Corey Haim.
Congratulations,
you
Corey.
Know,
yeah, I brought Corey Haim to the
only.
Bloody Bits, yes.
Tim. Not for horror, but technically he is a bloody buddy. He was in Crank, High Voltage.
Fuck, that's right. Yeah. Oh my god! Yes.
I only kind of halfway count the action, the non-horror movies, but yeah, I mean everybody knows him from the Lost Boys.
No, we did it on the podcast.
Okay, that's fair. Right? That's fair. Yeah, but yeah, he's also in Silver Bullet, of course, Lost Boys. He's the one that Feldman said got molested and died. So
yes, thank you for ending on that note. We all know what happened.
Wait, hold on. Feldman says that he was also molested,
both of them
right?
were molested.
Okay, all right. Because for a second there, I thought I was like, but did he just throw the guy under the bus? And I was like, hey, it was him, not me, and he was dead, and he can't say anything about it. But
he said, "Nah, we were both diddled, and he got on drugs and died." So that's fun.
But he's never said by who.
I hope it wasn't the actor that played Lem, Michael Ironside.
No, it'd be so sad.
No way. Ironside seems to be like, he was a good dude, I bet.
I listened to an interview with Michael Ironside, and he reminds me of you, Eddie. And I'll tell you why. It's a very specific thing.
Oh, no.
So, Michael Ironside, that he always wanted to be a director. That's what he thought he 100% was going to do. And then he went to see some play production. I don't remember which one it is. And it moved him so much, he ran outside and threw up in a bush because he realized that he was born to be an actor. This was his destiny. This was his fate.
Oh, wow.
So he immediately switched it to acting.
It made him throw up?
It made him throw up. He's such a fucking drama queen like Eddie. That some kind of emotional turmoil caused him to throw up.
Yeah.
I knew I liked the guy.
I think I say after Eddie recorded his first podcast, he ran outside his house, he threw up, and he's like, "Fuck NASA! I know what I'm supposed to do." I took the
recording, I hit play on it, I held a phone up to it, called myself, and said, "Hey Eddie, you know that new sound you've been looking for? It's you doing a podcast."
Well, it's like House of Wax too.
No, of course, Ironside.
And he's a raging alcoholic, so just like you.
Go. Actually, Candice, I'm going to actually your ass. I haven't had a drink in over a month.
Really?
Yep.
I haven't had a drink in, what time is it?
I was going to say, hold on, as I hold my Stella.
Oh, that's what I drank yesterday, a Stella Artois.
Ah, that's a good one.
How good is that beer? How good is the beer?
Yeah, it's great.
Right? It's hard to go back to any other beer after
Stella.
this.
I mean, it's not top tier, but if they
Stella
offer
makes-
it, it's like, yeah.
It's good. They make a hard cider that's really good too. A carbonated hard cider. If you can find it, that is really good.
From Stella? Yeah. I haven't seen that
Stella
at all.
It's hard to find, but it's very good. So Ironside, what do you think? Hitchhiker was in that.
I was going to say Stella Artois.
Was in Visiting Hours.
I like that
Was
better.
in Scanners.
I saw him Visiting Hours in the movie theaters with my mom.
No.
And that was the first time I ever saw Michael Ironside.
Yeah, he's been in a million.
And I said to myself, hey, 6-year-old kid, that guy's going to be a star.
He's going to be
Keep
a
your eye
star.
on
Nah, he's been in so much shit. So much shit.
Yeah, I read outside and threw up. I went, oh, he was born to act.
Starship Troopers. I loved Starship Troopers. He was in that. Total Recall. Yeah. Top Gun, Tim.
He's just one of those guys that whenever you see his name in the credits, you know that at least for a few minutes, it's going to be good.
He also, accepts scripts, from anybody at any time. He'll read their scripts, and if he likes them, he'll help fund the movie.
That's cool.
Wow. Hey, can we do a Bloody Bits script and send that to him?
Sure. What'll it be? He's a werewolf. He's got to be a werewolf in it. On the moon, yeah. He got there with
GPT-4.
He got there with magic that can be explained with an Excel graph.
And also, Clancy Brown is the vampire on the dark side of the
moon. Oh, I'm down.
That's a fucking movie.
We got Jason Priestley as Boy on Bike.
Yeah, he doesn't even have a name, but immediately we're all like, "Holy shit, Jason Priestley!"
Well, he's the other big name in this.
Well, yeah, he's Jason Priestley. The other kid is Piggy, and the other guy we don't even fucking know that guy's name at all. So he made
Jason Priestley, of course, was in Sandy Wexler, that Adam Sandler movie.
Yes, that's what he's known for.
Best known for being in Sandy Wexler. You know what we should do? I should do a game where I read off movie titles, and Tim has to tell me if it's actually an Adam Sandler movie or something I made up. I bet I could get you, Tim.
You probably could, because there's at least maybe at least a 30-year stretch of the last time I saw an Adam Sandler movie.
So there you go. Who else we got in here that was fun?
Just say this: Adam Sandler is the Tim Yobo of movies.
Yeah, he'll do anything for money.
Not too funny.
Not too funny. Tim. Sandler used to be
Tim, you're hilarious.
Funny. Yeah, Tim.
I'm just enough fun.
Tim, are you feeling bad today?
No, I'm good.
Yeah.
Good, because you're in a safe place. You're loved.
Yeah,
you
you're
talk
fine.
about anything.
Don't worry.
We're going to record it and put it on the internet.
That's right. I'll fix you like I'm fixing Candice. And then we got Blue Mancom, who plays Cliff, the other NSO guy. Remember the NSO?
Oh, okay.
Bad guy?
I was like, who's Cliff?
Yeah.
The only reason I bring him up because he's not really a big actor. He's only been in 200 things,
I recognized him, but
really?
I couldn't think of anywhere.
A lot of TV.
I didn't recognize
but
him.
I wanted to.
And I can't believe. Hold on. All right, not to be fucked up, but did you recognize him? Are you sure?
He looks like one of the guys.
Hey, look, that's Bulls from The Wire.
Damn.
Was he in The Wire? I don't know. I've never seen The Wire.
Yeah, he played Senator
Candice
Clay.
was like, wait a second, is that Richard Pryor?
Speaking of.
Yeah, he was in a really good Robin Williams movie, Final Cut.
I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen Final Cut?
Mm-mm.
That's a cool one. So,
I don't think I've only seen one Robin Williams series.
Did you see 1 Hour Photo?
No. I think the one I saw was
1 Hour Photo is good.
Insomnia is okay. 1 Hour Photo is good. Final Cut's cool because it's It's almost like a Black Mirror kind of thing, because basically, like, they're implants in your head that record everything you see.
I know. Yeah, I know the premise of the movies, and when I read them, I'm like, wow, that sounds really interesting. But then I'm like, I just don't get
just
around.
like, you know what?
Actor's
I'll
name
watch
is
Watchers
Blue
3.
Mankuma. The actor's name is Blue Mankuma, right?
Mankuma, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, he's a fucking
Is he from the
RoboCop.
group?
He's a RoboCop?
Yeah, he's a RoboCop.
Oh, okay. He was in My Little Pony Friendship is Magic.
Yeah, it appears to have done a lot of voice acting.
Yeah, he's got a good voice. What are you gonna?
So people have whacked off to his voice.
Oh God, that's true.
I know where I know him from. God damn it, Eddie!
Forever Night.
From whacking off to his voice.
God damn it,
Candice?
Eddie! I fucking yes, he's in Forever Night. I fucking knew it. I knew I recognized him.
I knew him as additional voices from Captain N, the Game Master. I'm like, wait a minute, I recognize him as an additional
Cocaine
voice.
Bear all over again.
Oh my God! Speaking of which, I made my wife watch Cocaine Bear the other night.
What'd she think?
Yeah.
What
do you mean you made her watch it?
I held her down. No. She says it was one of the worst things she's seen in the longest time.
So she was not a fan.
No. She liked it. It was just a bad movie.
Oh, okay.
It's intentionally bad.
Well, yeah, it's called Cocaine Bear.
Yeah.
What was she expecting?
She's just like, you saw this in the theater? That CGI had to look fucking horrible. And I'm like, I know.
It does look horrible, but it plays good in the
I'd rather see a CG bear than a real bear and know that it's doing something it doesn't want to do.
Oh, especially, man, because I was like, how are they going to get a real bear's pussy on that guy's ear?
How are they going to get a real bear to eat that much cocaine?
Oh, speaking of me recognizing people, I told the story in Discord about O'Shea Jackson Jr. Did not know that was Ice Cube's son. And the whole time my husband's like, you're racist. He doesn't look like Ice Cube. They just all look the same to you. He fucking knew it too. He was just giving me a hard time.
They even have a joke about it in the movie, Candice.
Like, I swear to fucking God, this dude looks like Ice Cube.
Candice, they have a joke about that in the movie.
Did they?
Yeah, when he looks over at the other dude and he's like, this isn't no daddy daycare.
Does he say that in the movie?
Yeah.
Oh, well, what completely went over my head.
Yeah. And Daddy Daycare is a movie that Ice Cube was in. See, that's
Daddy Daycare? He was in that movie?
He played the daddy.
No. See, I got that mixed up with the Arnold Schwarzenegger.
What?
For a second, Kindergarten Cop. Because there's like, wasn't there a stretch in the like 90s where everybody who was like really tough had to do a movie where they were taking care of?
No, Ice Cube hadn't reached that level until the 2000s. Ice Cube in the 90s wasn't Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, no, this was late 2000. 2000s. Maybe, like 2006, maybe. I don't know. It was late enough that trend had died, Tim. Yeah, all right. So here we go. Let's get into this fucking thing.
Put me in a movie without taking.
I just have it started so close to being good. This movie, because you've got.
Yeah, I didn't hate the beginning.
You've got an explosion.
It's a good explosion too.
Decent enough explosion for this movie.
You've got a dog running away, and then Bigfoot, and then I'm like, wait a minute,
big hand.
Yeah, I get the whole like don't show the monster, but the problem is that they show the monster while they're not showing the monster in this movie. I see little glimpses of it, and it doesn't look good.
They're still showing too much.
Yeah. Just imply that there's a monster. How about that? Can we keep coming by after it kills shit? Because, dude.
Again, in the book, I'm pretty sure what it was supposed to be, more than what it's in this movie, is it was supposed to be closer to like maybe like a larger size wolf.
But
instead of what they have it on this one, which is like, what the fuck is this thing even supposed to be?
It's a manky Pokemon.
Yeah, it is.
It looks like Mankey.
It's like Mankey and Hitmanchu had a kid, and that's what this thing. No, it's a Bigfoot because they keep looking at its footprint, and it's a giant footprint, and you're like, oh, it's a Bigfoot.
No, the footprint is a cheap, effective way of showing what the monster's supposed to be.
Yeah, a Bigfoot.
No. Well,
all right.
Again, I'm just going by my memory
Tim,
of the
name
book.
10 monsters that are famous for their footprint. Go.
Loch Ness Monster.
Wow, you got me there.
Bigfoot.
Yeah, Loch Ness Monster. Yeah, there you go. I bet you Mothman's got pretty big feet because he's got a huge cock from all the fucking erotica that's written about him.
Ogopogo.
Wait a minute. Your cock gets...
Help me out, Candice.
Tim, your cock gets bigger if people write fanfic about you?
It's one of those wives' tales where, like, the bigger your feet is, the bigger your dick is. One of those things. Which, by the way,
now
I take
I'm
a size
paying
14.
Chat GPT to write fanfic about me, so I... Oh, holy shit, I could do that. Oh, buddy.
Did you see what fucking Mike did with the grind band in the fucking Discord where he put my fucking information in and he had fucking ChatGPT write my life story?
I was thinking about I want to load all of our conversations, all of our transcripts, because this program makes auto transcripts, which are bad, of course, but I'm going to load all of them into Chat GPT and have it just generate a podcast episode for us.
Ooh. Then we'll have that.
Wow. So, like, we want to take a
then
week
we'll
off,
have that
right?
annoying TikTok voice. I wanted to scare my roommate.
No, they have like a version of Chat GPT AI that you can feed your voice to.
Wait, hold on. That's a voice? I thought I was just following the same lady all the time.
Yeah.
Watching just all her
Tim
videos.
just thought that lady got a lot of gigs at TikTok doing that, right?
Like, wow. Holy
Okay,
fuck.
so
It's the fucking queen of TikTok.
what we learn is that the dog in number 7 escaped, and they're psychically linked.
Yeah.
And also number
And
7.
just the premise of it.
Oh,
What?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Candice. Go ahead.
That also, we learned that number 7 is a psycho who just kills things for no reason.
Yeah, the guy's just like, well, he's fucking crazy. That's what it is.
He killed the other dogs that he was linked with.
Going back from my dubious memory from reading this book when it came out, I think that the way it was is that this was supposed to be the one that was like the bad one, the one that like was completely a fucked up experiment, instead of where they explain in this one where like that's how they all were, but for some reason this one's like a little bit overboard.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
and go ahead.
It was developed to be a biological weapon, kind of. It's almost like a Resident Evil type of bioweapon, where I guess they would send the dog in, who's like super smart, like Einstein intelligence, and he would like scout the area.
The dog was supposed to be the reconnaissance. Yes, the dog was supposed to be the reconnaissance. This dog was supposed to be like, he was supposed to get into the Kremlin because he was so cute that, Vladimir Putin would like, hey, I want to adopt this dog. That's my Russian.
Putin sounds like Rodney Dangerfield. Hey, I want to adopt this dog here.
Hey, I don't get no Ukraine.
I don't get no Ukraine. Fuck you.
And sorry. And what the dog was supposed to be like, literally, he was supposed to be like the fly in the wall spy. And then something separate was you were going to be able to then, in this situation or other situations, you had this dog, which I think in the book was called the Outsider. Is what the official name was. Because what the fuck did they call this? Oxycontin in this fucking the dog's name or something?
Like that.
Oxcom or something. Like, what the fuck?
Oxcon?
But
it's so fucking bad. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
So yeah, it's like I said, this movie is about maybe 15% of what the book is. And the book has got a lot of great fucking ideas and things that they could have done. But they just decided to make this movie so small. Because it all takes place of like 5 miles?
It's tiny. Yeah, nothing. This entire town is 5 miles. Like, what the fuck? So, I guess to broadly do this, there's a government facility, a biological research facility that's run by the NSO, which is, I guess, their version of the NSA. I don't know. And
they don't want to get sued.
They made a dog with part of a human in it, so it's almost as smart as a human.
No, it's supposed to be like super
Well,
smart.
it's smarter than Corey Haim.
It's supposed to be like highly intelligent.
But it's not highly intelligent. It's. I mean, for a dog, yeah.
Don't even get me started on this fucking son of a bitch's typing.
Oh yeah, with the pen in its mouth.
It was cute.
I have so many notes. You're the smartest fucking animal in the world, and you can't fucking type. You can type, but you still haven't learned after like fucking a whole fucking homework
Yeah, and
assignment.
then he cheats at Scrabble too, Tim.
No, he had the dictionary to show it. It was.
You can't use abbreviations, Tim. God damn.
Well, that's
So-
true. All right, well, I'm just a dumb animal. Come on.
So they made okay. So this is the logic. They're like, listen, we got to get at Russia, right? Because clearly it's, what is it, 88? We're still in the thick of the Cold War.
Yes, I could see the CIA budget having $15 million set aside for some program like this.
So they genetically spliced a dog and a human so that they could tell it where to go and what to do. Then the dog, though, acts as a homing beacon for the second thing, where they Tim, hold on.
No. In this movie, yes.
I'm
but not
explaining
in the
it
book.
how I understand it.
This
So
is how the movie explained it.
The dog is a homing beacon for Bigfoot. They found a Bigfoot, and they were like, "We gotta splice these." They're like, "I don't know, this Bigfoot's kind of crazy," and the
You see
guy's
how
like,
big
"Oh,
his dick
perfect,
is?
yeah." He's got a big dick on him. I don't know.
Oh,
if we should...
what if like one of the sides of Bigfoot was like big dick and it was just like a mushroom print instead of a footprint? And they're like, that's how we know Big Dick was here.
It's just this cock dragging. You just see a Bigfoot print and like a line going through it, and that's his cock that was dragging through.
It's like a rail that he's on. Oh my god! So then, what they do is they're going to give Putin a dog. He's not going to notice that the dog's smart. The dog's going to play dumb with Putin, and then the monster goes and kills and rips their eyes out too for some reason.
For some reason he's like a serial killer.
It's a different reason in the book why what's up with the eyes.
If there's any reason in the book, then it has to be a different reason because there's none in the movie.
All right. Well, again, just jump a little bit ahead. Why are you thinking this thing is always breaking mirrors?
What?
It's because it's ugly.
That's never established.
It's in the book. It's this huge fucking plot line in the book, and they left it. They just did they just smashed mirrors. Like
they did. He did smash mirrors in the movie.
Yeah, but
every mirror he saw, he smashed.
They never reference it. He also stomped in the mud. Why? Why did he do that? Is that explained in the book?
Because Mommy didn't hold him enough.
Oh, Candice, you
do they?
Okay.
Wow.
Thinking back, I'm like, wait a second, was that book good? Because I think I remember liking the book and like the ending. I was like, wait, what?
So all right, so the building blows up. The dog escaped. So did number 7. But the NSO is trying to cover it up. They're like, it's cool. It was just a bunch of research animals that were destroyed in the explosion.
I like the newscaster, how he looks really so concerned.
Yeah.
When he's asking the questions, like, well, everybody knows this is the NSO lab, and everybody knows they're doing secret government experiments, splicing genes together and doing all this stuff. And all
everybody knows that.
Yeah, we all know.
It's not secret if it's on the local news. Yeah.
If the news is covering it, I think the secret's out.
It's not fucking Nightline.
Yeah. So then we cut to a barn where Corey Haim's trying to fuck this broad.
Oh no! And and she's supposed to be like 16.
Yeah, how fucking crazy is this fucking scene?
I was like,
pretty crazy. And I'm like, okay, we're gonna see some tits. We're almost
underage
10 minutes.
tits.
No, it's like, oh wait, no, stop.
Why?
Stop. Because Candice is right. She's supposed to in again, these characters aren't in the book at all. But this movie, Corey Haim is supposed to be what? He's not old enough to have his driver's license in a small town.
Mm-hmm.
No, Candice, it's a small fucking town. You get a driver's license when you're fucking 13 years
Tim,
old.
Oh, you still have to follow state laws.
Tim, I grew up in a small town, didn't have my driver's license for years because I just never got it. Nobody cares. It's a small town.
All right. Well, there you go. Yeah.
But no, this is supposed to be like a 16-year-old girl.
I mean, them titties weren't 16.
Oh my god.
Oh, God.
But she was 18 at the time. Come on.
The movie is over 21 years old.
Yeah, that's true.
Now,
The
right?
movie's legal, baby.
There you go.
The movie's legal.
Oh my god! But no, her dad interrupt. Oh no, the dog sneaks in and the monster breaks in. And what does it eat? A cow? What was it doing? I could
It
not.
was like
tell.
messing with the animals, like swiping at them
It was doing something
for some reason.
Well, again, here's what I have written down is top apex predator can't kill a teenage girl and her
Right.
dad.
Well, the dad does bust in with a shotgun.
And almost kills the daughter,
yeah,
too, right?
Has her in his sights. And then
He saw those legs coming down the stairs, and he still thought it was a threat where he almost blew her fucking head off. And so she went, Dad,
he
it's
knows Corey Haim's been coming to the house, and Corey Haim's legs do look
Yeah.
exactly like hers.
me. You know what? If my daughter's fucking around with Corey Haim, I might think that's a better choice is shooting her with a
Just
shotgun.
put her out of
Tim.
her misery. You got to shoot him before they made Dream a Little Dream, Tim. That would have fixed a lot.
Please, people, please just watch the first 6 minutes of that movie.
And then you're done.
Please, just
That's
watch
it.
No, you're hooked because it's just like, what the fuck am I watching? It can't get any crazier than this.
Did you
and
watch
it
the
does.
sequel?
What's the
It's
sequel?
Dream a Little Dream 2.
You're kidding, right?
No, I'm not kidding. It is Dream a Little Dream 2, Tim.
And who's in it?
Hold on here. I'll pull that up for you. He was in Big Wolf on Campus. Holy shit! I got to check that out. Dream a Little Dream 2. Yes, he was in it. He played Dinger Holefield. His name is Dinger.
What?
Dinger. Pronounce it.
Dinger.
Whatever. Corey Feldman's in it too. So yeah, you got to go check it out. Dream
That's on my
Dream a
to
Little
watch
Dream 2
list,
came
yeah.
out in 95. It's got a girl with sunglasses on the cover. So that looks good, Tim. No, so
Okay, no, I believe you.
so Oxcom is the dog.
Yep.
He hops in because Corey gets the fuck out of there. So, his girlfriend gets eaten by a monster or whatever. He's just like, I gotta go. I gotta hop in my truck and eat some cookies like a big boy.
Oh yeah, because he says that he doesn't have his driver's license, and I was like, this must have been made before license to drive. Then
Wow. Candice pulling out the fucking Corey Haim
There
movie
you go,
chronology.
Candice.
Yeah.
There you go.
I got my deep dive in.
Oh man! So he hops in the truck. Then the Oxcom, the dog hops in the truck with him.
It's a cute dog.
No. It's the dog
Yeah.
jumps in. It's a golden retriever, right? I think the dog's name is Sandy.
Sure.
But I think in the credits we see somebody who just has the name of Lala.
Yeah, I thought that was the dog. I
that's
assumed that was
the-
the dog.
Do you know? Oh, Candice, hold on. Do you know who the fuck that is? My mind was fucking blown at the end of this movie. And I watched the credits. That's Tracy. That's a
That's
girlfriend's
the
name.
16-year-old.
That's the girlfriend's name is Lala.
No.
Yes. Yes. I thought it was the dog's name. I thought it was like, and because the dog is the fucking star of the movie besides
Yeah.
Michael Irons.
Well, then
No,
I picked the wrong bitch.
The actress's name is Lala Sloatman.
Oh no.
Yeah, she was born in Winter Park, Florida, Candace. So that
Gross.
explains a lot.
Winnipeg.
Yeah, it's up. Isn't that just east of
Trailer Park.
Of Trailer Park, Florida? Yeah, east of nowhere. No, it's out by Orlando. So yeah, then they find the tracks. The cops find the fucking tracks, and they're all like, "Oh, is it a Bigfoot?" And I'm like, "Yes."
Oh, I love that lady cop.
I'm like, "Yeah, it is." The lady cop. What the fuck was wrong with her?
Oh, she's right away. She's like, did you see those footprints? That's
Yeah.
Sasquatch.
And then they get into this argument
That's
about
Bigfoot.
Sasquatches and fucking weird movie. So this after that, yeah, he Corey's in the fuck. I'm gonna keep calling him Corey. That's his name. So
Oh yeah,
Corey's,
could not tell you what his name was in this movie.
Corey gets whizzed by a couple of cops, and because he's white, they leave him alone. They're on the way to go find the Oxcom, and he hops back in his truck. He's like, "Oh shit!" And the dog's up in the.
Wait, aren't they heading? They're heading to the
Where are they?
Yeah, but they're going the same way that he is because they're coming.
I was thinking the same thing. Yeah, I was like, why are they coming up behind him? He's leaving there.
Wow.
Because this movie makes zero sense.
Yeah, so they're. I guess they're done. They're done with their investigation. I guess
they got to hit the siren.
We got to get the Popeyes before it closes at 11:00.
Yeah. Well, this is filmed in Washington State, right? Because you can tell by the license plates. It's Washington. I think it was in Canada. I think the denim.
Isn't it the same?
No, Candice.
Close enough.
Candice.
What?
That's like saying New York and New Jersey are the same.
They are. Shit.
Damn, New York and...
What the fuck?
Well, they're right next to each other, right?
If only I knew like what states bordered on Missouri, I'd be like, yeah, those are both
Illinois,
matter. I mean,
Iowa.
I'm gonna take a chance to say
Iowa. Yeah. Iowa's a great state, let me tell you.
Wait, you're next to Kansas?
Oklahoma.
Just all the
Arkansas.
States you can skip. You can just fly right over them, Tim. So yeah. Then he just starts feeding the dog cookies.
He poisons his dog. He gives his dog.
I saw that. He was like, "All right, you can have them," and I was like, "Wait, those are chocolate chip cookies. He should not be having them."
And then he gives a chocolate bar
because he tells the dog, he's like, "It's a good thing you don't know there's a chocolate bar in my glove compartment." And the dog opens it.
Oh my god, the puppetry of this fucking dog is incredible.
He just feeds this dog. But by the way, the people making this movie, no concern for the safety of this dog whatsoever. I would not be surprised if that wasn't a real chocolate bar.
Yeah, because I can't see them going to a store, a pet food store, and saying, "Do you have something that looks like a chocolate bar, but that isn't a chocolate bar?" And they go, "No, we don't have that." And they go, "All right, where's the candy store?"
Exactly. Well, this was 1988. They didn't make things like nowadays where they got like a cookie for a dog, but it looks like a human cookie. This was shot in Italy.
100% they would have been feeding him chocolate.
Oh my god!
And then we would have seen him at the vet. So like, wait a second, what's wrong, boy?
Cut, and then the next scene, it's just a Dalmatian. You're like,
it's a completely different dog.
We're gonna need another, whatever the name of the dog is. Whatever. So Furface. That's right. Was that not it? Could it eat chocolate in the book, Tim?
No, again, because I think it's an adult male who has half a brain in his head versus Corey Haim.
Maybe the dog can eat chocolate because it was spliced with a human. So it's like super smart and has a chocolate tolerance.
Oh, got one of the powers of
that makes sense, Candice.
It got the human's ability to digest chocolate.
Exactly.
And understand English specifically. Then his mom tells him, like, you better not let that dog, or he's trying to hide the fucking dog.
Patti LuPone Light.
What?
Patti LuPone Light.
Yeah, that mom was not a good actor in this movie.
No, none of the females in this movie, all two of them, could act worth a damn.
But there was more than two. You had the lady cop, who was played by Colleen Winton.
She nailed it.
Yeah. You had Lala.
Oh, man. Well, she's like, I don't know. Some guy just called yelling and screaming, and then the phone went out. Yeah. If it's important, he'll call back. That is like the best line in the fucking movie.
He called, whatever. And then the other cop's like, no, we should probably get out there. Damn it.
If it's important, he'll call back.
That's pretty good. Oh, man. So, no. Then he sneaks the dog upstairs to hide it from his mom, right? because she's like, oh, if my mom sees you, she'll shoot you like Old Yeller. Like, Jesus.
Yeah.
But it doesn't work out. Next morning, of course, she finds the fucking dog.
Yeah, I thought this would be more of the movie where he's like hiding the dog from the mom, but she sees him almost immediately.
Well, yeah, because he tries to get the dog to sleep in a metal bucket in the garage.
Which, okay, here's another thing. Again, how long is this movie? It's like an hour and 30 minutes, right? There had to be a 2-hour cut of this movie because when he goes to put that dog in the barn, he takes a jacket and he puts it like a blanket. That's supposed to be his dad's jacket because at one point later on in the movie, he says his dad was in Vietnam or some shit like that.
Yeah, his dad was in Delta Force.
Delta Force. And that jacket, that is an army jacket with like fucking patches. And I'm like, that's what you're doing with your fucking dad's jacket? And I was like, why is it in the fucking barn to begin with?
Maybe he didn't like his father.
Well, no, his father didn't like him, remember?
Well, yeah, it's Corey Haim. Come on. That's one of those things where you look at that kid as a baby and go, get the fuck out of here. I'm running out for ice cream and cigarettes, bitch. I'll be back never. And then 18 years later, you go, oh, man, I could have gotten some of that fucking money before he
Wait a minute, Tim. His dad was in Delta Force, denim jacket. You think his dad was Chuck Norris?
Can you imagine if all the Chuck Norris's kid were Corey Haim's?
Okay, maybe not.
All the stuff that Chuck Norris can do, except father a manly son.
Maybe not Chuck Norris then. Maybe Lee Marvin. He was also in Delta Force.
Just
Anyhow. Oh God. So yeah, then the dog sneaks into his room at night, and Mom finds out.
Maybe Martin Balsam because he's in Delta Force, right?
Was he?
Yeah, him and he was married to. He was next to Shelley Winters.
Yeah. God, I gotta go watch Delta Force again. That's a much better movie than this.
Delta Force 1 and 2. Both of them are really
fantastic.
good movies. 2 is even more batshit crazy, where they go to Colombia, something like that.
Yeah, 2 was fun, man. So, yeah, his mom tells him about the dead guy. He's like, yeah, there's fucking they found the dead body, so you gotta, the dad's dead, so you gotta chill. We're gonna go see. Hey, let's go to the hospital and see your girlfriend. She's fucked up, right? And he's like, shit, really? So they go to the hospital. Now, I have a real quick logic question here, right?
Oh, yes. We have the same. I know we have the same problem with what's this set up in the hospital.
Why is
right?
the dude guarding her hospital room?
Yeah. Why are both of them there? Basically, right?
They're guarding her hospital room. He breaks in and it's empty. And they're like, yeah, we moved her out to our facility.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And the mom says, are you doctors? And Michael Irons says, no, I just do my own research.
Yeah. So why are you guarding?
Why exactly, Eddie? Why the fuck is this guy the main dude? Okay, put a fucking police officer, put a fucking rookie straight out of the academy outside that room if you want to fake people out and make them think that that's where she is, and you really have her in your government fucking facility and you're doing fucking all kind of tests on her. Why have the main two fucking guys staking out that fucking hotel room like they're expecting the outside Oxcom
We're
to
not
show
at the
up?
motel yet. We're going to the motel because that's where they have her, right?
Oh, the one that has the steel bar windows but has the plywood door?
Crazy.
Yeah. This movie
makes no fucking sense.
Jesus Christ.
So he goes in there and he's like, listen, it's fine. We're the NSO. We took her out of the hospital. Everything's cool. We've got her at our facility.
Is that like the USO? You put on shows for boys overseas?
Yeah, the USO
for our
show.
brave boys.
And he's like, listen, we've got her. She's safe. It's not like she's out turning tricks at some seedy motel by the train tracks. And then we cut to a seedy motel by the train tracks where they have her. But she's not turning tricks, though. She's just there. Then they start talking about how the monster guy, this is when they say he's as smart as a crazy person.
Yeah, I was trying to imagine the logic of that.
Oh, my God. What a great line is, how crazy is he? Imagine an insane person. Yeah. Oh, wait, I don't know. The other cop says, how smart is he? And he goes, imagine a crazy person.
What?
What?
Yeah. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It should have been, how dangerous is he? Imagine a crazy person. Okay, that makes sense. How smart is he? Imagine a crazy.
So then we cut to a.
Well, crazy like a fox.
Maybe it was.
Right?
Maybe they were trying to do like a little transition. They're like, imagine a crazy person, and then we cut to Corey giving the dog a hot dog and a bath. So maybe they're alluding to Corey being the crazy person.
Oh, maybe the dog's not actually smart at all.
Yeah,
it's all in his head.
But then,
yeah, it's all in his head. He was the dog all along, and it was his dad coming back. Oh my God! Wait a second. Is this a fucking like domestic violence movie?
Oh.
Instead of the outsider thing, it's his actual fucking estranged dad, who's a Delta Force agent who can do all that
makes
shit.
Sense.
And that's why the government's chasing him, because he went.
So it's
rogue.
like
we wrote a much better movie.
Holy fuck! Yeah, we just did.
You're telling me that in reality, his dad did like a face-off with a golden retriever.
And right now, in Cambodia, in the jungles, there's some guy running around who's got a dog face on, freaking out all the fucking
trying
locals.
to lick his balls in vain.
Talk about Jojo the dog face boy.
Oh man. So he's just telling his dog about how his dad is in Delta Force and gone. And I'm like, wait, he's telling the dog.
It'd be funny if just then the dog leaves. Never sees him again.
Yeah.
Oh my! Wait, hold on. Okay, wait. Hold the fucking phone. Okay, that's why this is in the movie. Because remember, I told you when I read the book, I couldn't remember exactly what the guy's backstory was. I guarantee you, in the book, the guy who's supposed to be Corey Haim in this movie, who finds his dog, he was in Delta Force, and that's why he's a little bit extra able to help the dog and survive. Because in the book, it's a road trip movie. Basically, they're not staying in the same fucking town. They're moving all across the country, and the outsider thing is chasing.
The whole being a guy who used to be in Delta Force as the main character makes a lot more sense for the end when he's rigging up laser guided fucking explosive pipe bombs.
Yep.
Because otherwise we've just got like a Home Alone situation with Corey Haim, and I'm not feeling that.
With a psychotic twist. Or more psychotic. Yeah.
So, and then they cut back to the NSO guys, and the NSO guys are talking about the monster, and he's like, well, why does the monster remove people's eyes? And he's like, I don't know. I think it's because he's jealous of all the attention the dog got.
Yeah, sure.
Can I ruin it for you?
Yeah,
Can I ruin it
it's
for
already
you right
ruined.
now?
I watched it.
Okay. The whole thing is that he is the outsider, Oxcon, whatever the fuck they call him in this movie. The reason why he is so crazy like this is because he just wants to be a good boy like the dog.
So that's why he rips?
And he rips the eyes out because the way that people look at him, they always looking at him with fear instead of how they look at the good boy with love. And the mirror breaking is because he can't stand to look at himself in his own reflection.
I can't stand to look at him.
And in the high school, when he breaks that fucking glass, what does he when he breaks the trophy case? What are they focusing in on?
The teddy bear.
Yep, I believe in the book it was supposed to be Mickey Mouse.
What?
So when they in the end of the book, when they kill the outsider Oxcon, they find his lair in a cave, and he had all this stuff, and one of the things was the teddy bear or the Mickey Mouse thing, because he just wanted to be loved. But the government made him into a monster. He didn't want to do this.
That is dumb.
Yep. So now I'm questioning my Candice, I think you might be
I think
right.
Child Candice already had better taste than Tim, than adult Tim.
Wow. So,
well, no, because we could have read this book at the same age. No. Well,
yeah, that's even more damning, Tim. How much older than Candice you were when you read that, and she knew it was bad?
What year did the book come out in? Because that's when I read it.
It would have to have been before '88 because the movie came out then.
So all right, so I was about 20 years old. Well, the movie came out in '88. Let's all right, so maybe I was like 18 years old when the book came out.
Candice, how old were you when you read it?
1.
You were 1 year old. Wow.
Her mother sat on the book and Candice read it.
No,
while
I
she
think
was
I was
in the
probably like 9 or 10 years old. It was about middle school.
Wow, okay.
Oh my God, you were a dork.
Yeah, how the fuck are you getting your hands on these books?
My
My
grandma
grandma
gave it
was
to
giving
her.
them to me.
Remember from the story too?
Because I guess Stephen King was too much. But Dean
okay.
Koontz is so much sleazier.
Yeah, he was I read one of his books and it sucked.
Who and
Dean
what?
Koontz's books. I read one of those.
Yeah,
It
which
was
one?
Dragon Tears.
Dragon Tears.
Yeah.
See, yeah, at that point,
It's about some psychic killer that reshapes people's bodies with telekinesis or something.
Oh, sounds riveting.
Hey, and guess what? There's like a whole
Okay.
chapter that's from the perspective of a dog. It's all like
That sounds plausible.
Look, I think. Can you blame a person like this at a certain point after writing so many books that you kind of fall into the
Oh
same
no,
tropes,
Tim, I've been
right?
phoning it in with this podcast for the last year and a half. I totally understand. No, I get it. Like if they keep paying him money, if they keep giving him advances to make a fucking book, I'd keep making books too until I was dead. Fuck it.
Yeah, but look at AC/DC,
Yeah.
right? They have like 2 good
Uh-huh.
songs, and they just written 80 different derivatives
Yeah,
of
yeah.
that song. And
They
made
wrote a
career out of it.
bass line and a couple of riffs, and they made a career out of it.
Hey, put those short pants.
That's
on,
right.
Bitch. Oh, wait, now you're 80. Now you're 82
I will
years
say
old.
they're
Their short
fun.
pants off.
Their music is fun, at least. But, dude.
Like a Dean
No,
Koontz book.
No.
It's a
that was
fun
not
book,
a fun
right?
book.
I can't. Forget it. You're fucking. I'm not going to argue with a 9-year-old reading a fucking Dean Koontz book in a grandma's house.
So now I just have, this is when we cut to the Woods Bum.
Oh, the Yogo.
And, yeah. And he goes into his bus.
This is my
This
tough
dude's
brother.
got like fish everywhere. And I guess the local kids like interfere with his fish that he's making clothing out of.
Stop leaving your fish out. You can't do that shit in the fucking woods anyway,
there'd be a
right?
bear over there or a...
Eddie, thank you. I just thought about that right now because you said this movie's supposed to be in Washington, right? There are bears in Washington, right? Okay, so yeah, you don't leave fucking salmon out fucking cooking.
This guy wasn't cooking any of the fish. He just had them out. He was splaying them and displaying them like little Blair Witch Project.
Yeah, they were
things.
filleted,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
It was fucking weird.
So doesn't it make that fish go bad faster if you fucking cut it in
If
half?
you like salt it and then dry it in the air, then it's curing it. But
yeah, but that wasn't salted.
No,
But-
he was just
It
killing
wasn't
fish.
cured. It was fucking
Yeah.
hanging anyway.
but to be fair, we find out.
So maybe the whole fishing thing is just a fucking cover for
Right,
his
I was just gonna say he might have been trying to cook the.
That's where the
He
money
might have been
is.
trying to cook the fish, but he was getting fucking high as shit on
No,
bushmeat.
Eddie. No. Hold on. Here's a smart thing. Here's a Yobo thing. The smell of rotten fish is going to cover the smell of that fucking bush I got growing in the back, right?
Okay, it makes sense. So he goes into his bus, and then I just have that Bigfoot reaches down into the bus and kills him, I guess.
There's so many instances of this thing killing people from the
Yeah,
outside.
just like popping an arm in
of
and
things.
grabbing him.
Yeah.
Well, because just purchasing the arm part of the costume is really cheap.
Well, yeah, because you got to spend all your money on that fucking dog, the dog head puppet. So you can type.
Yeah. The dog head puppet typing is so good, Jim. Oh, I fucking love it. Then Corey runs into a couple of his friends, and they're all like, hey, let's go harass the poor homeless man in the woods. And he's like, yeah, I'm going to go be a human. You guys go be like, I don't know, part of a Stephen King novel where you're going to kill him and have a gangbang or something. I don't know. So he fucks off. Then the NSO guys, they swing by his house and they're looking for the dog, right? Now,
Oh wait! Oh, did we
we're
get
here.
in? Did we? Is this
We're
the
here,
introduction
Tim.
to one of
Boyfriend?
the best movie games?
We're here.
Yeah! I love this.
We're
fucking
at the
guy.
fucking hero.
This is why we're going to be #1 in Australia this month.
This
Watch.
the family's Australian appliance repairman.
That's slinging
in
it
this
to the
town
mom.
with that accent, that guy is
Oh,
laying it
yeah.
down.
Yeah,
Right?
he might be in a.
Because I guarantee when this movie came out, Crocodile Dundee was
Yep.
big. America was still huge
Oh,
into
yeah.
Australians
Yeah, we
at this point.
ready to
All you Australians had to do, you missed out. All you had to do in the 80s was come to America, and you were going to get fucking crazy pussy.
I mean, he might have been the local appliance repairman, but he was definitely laying pipe. For sure. He's like, oh, I'm here to fix the family heater. And the kid's like, what? He goes, when I'm done, I'm going to put a load in the dishwasher.
Oh,
And then I'm going to put a load in your mim.
No, because the mom's job is washing dishes.
yeah, that's the
So
joke.
he's gonna put a load in her, Tim. And that for you Australians, that means come. So that's what that joke was.
Gonna go for a root.
Yeah, he's gonna. Oh, that. So I used to work with this Australian lady, and she used to crack up because the plumber that would come and fix our shit was Roto-Rooter at the office building. And she's like, "Do you know what that means?" And I'm like, "I've worked here 4 years. You've told me 19 times. Yes."
Yeah, well, I think Eddie, she was hitting
Oh
on
God, I hope not.
Oh yeah, she was sending messages. No, I mean really think about what that means.
No, think about it. Just staring at me, unblinking.
Maybe just raise one hand up and kind of hover over your face.
Okay, I thought about it. Can I leave now? No, your performance review isn't done. Oh, man. So Furface hides because they're looking for him, right? No. This is when he sneaks into the school. This is when Furface, like some kids let him into the school. They're like, hey, you belong in here, right? This won't cause a problem. And he fucking Mary had a little lambs his way into the computer lab.
It goes through the entire school apparently.
Yeah, he just goes all... And I'm like, what movie are we making?
We're making a movie where school shooters weren't a thing yet, right? Where just any dog can just walk
Are
into
dogs
a school,
shooting
just
schools
get into
now?
any class.
Yeah.
Candice, Google it. There's a surprising amount of dogs who shot
Oh,
people
yeah, there
in
was
this
that guy that posed his dog with a rifle for a picture, and the fucking dog shot him.
I saw the Jon Stewart show on Apple TV where there was some fucking lady who named her dog Trigger, and the dog fucking shot her. Like, come on. You should have named the pussy licker.
Oh no.
Well, if you have a choice, Candice, if you want to get shot by your dog.
No,
or...
Tim, that's a terrible choice.
Candice, this is your Sophie.
Guess what? Then you turn into Old Yellow.
This is your Sophie's choice, Candice.
Yeah.
Shoot me.
Would you rather
Shoot
get
me.
shot by your dog?
Jesus.
Shoot me right in the face.
Just pussy licking Sophie's.
What? Wow.
Wait a minute. That'd be a male dog then, wouldn't it?
I was going to say, Candice.
Can we isolate that?
Slip.
Oh, God. So, yeah, he sneaks into the computer lab and types
Oh my God.
danger, NSO on a computer.
But the dog fucks and types it like an idiot. He's fucking putting spaces. Come on, dog. If you can fucking recognize it, you need to type something. And you can recognize, you do not have the digits to type this. Warning. So let me get a pencil and then go over and you know what a fucking space bar is, right? At least by after the third fucking line on this fucking message that he puts on the computer, right?
Yeah, I mean...
Just me?
You're right, Tim. The movie where the human hybrid dog typing with a pencil is unrealistic.
Well, again, look, at this point, you're trying to show Corey Haim that without a doubt, this is an incredibly special fucking smart dog, right? If this is me, and I see, because at this point, the dog's already gotten a fucking hot dog, he's gotten a beer, he hides, he does all this other stuff, right? If
Oh, Tim, you dropped.
Oh, I thought maybe that was just me.
Tim got so angry he dropped.
Oh, do you think his cat jumped on his computer and muted him again?
Yeah. It's mad at him
'Cause
for
it's
talking
muted.
shit about other animals.
Yes, he did. How fucking God
Tim,
damn it. Come
your
on, buddy.
cat muted you because you were talking shit about the animal kingdom.
He's like, stop talking about fucking dogs. Yeah.
So anyhow, you were getting really angry about the space bar.
I just didn't think that hard about it.
Yeah, at this point, no matter how smart the dog was showing me with the hot dogs and all the other stuff, as soon as I see his typing ability, I'm like, I can't trust this
Yeah,
dog.
you're gonna have to kill it.
Old Yeller-it.
Well, not kill it.
Yeah.
But
So
now I have to wonder how
Look,
reliable is this dog's
Tim, you're
information.
either killing that dog or you're fucking it. According to all of the hypotheticals we've covered in this episode, someone's fucking that dog.
I'm talking about the dogs who have
Oh
guns.
yeah. That's you think I'm gonna lick your pussy, bitch? This dog's packing, and I'm not talking about his dick. So then the dog barks and gets Corey's attention, but it also gets the attention of the computer teacher, some smart dog.
The entire class, yes.
Asshole. Then we cut back to the bum's place where the kids are cutting school, and they're like, wow, let's go take a look at his weed. And then they see 9 cop cars, and they're like, nah, we should probably leave.
Steal his weed. Yeah. Let's steal his weed. Who are you going to go just look at his weed?
I don't know.
And I guess we had already mentioned earlier that Jason Priestley is one of his kids on the bikes.
Yeah, we talked about it. He's not Piggy,
Yeah.
though. Piggy's the little
Nope.
asshole kid that they all tease.
Piggy's the one, why is he hanging out with
That's
those two?
always, in all these fucking movies, they're just people that
That's
never
true,
hang
yes,
out
yeah.
together. It's the worst. So, but, okay, so my question is, how did the cops know to go check on the bum guy?
Oh, good question.
Good question, yes.
Is he-
Nobody? Who the fuck would call it in?
I mean, is it a thing where he stumbles into town every day at a certain time, trying to sell weed, and they're like, get out of here.
all his customers called
Oh,
up
yeah.
and wait a second. Wait. My dude's not answering the
You
phone.
know what? Maybe that
fuck?
lady cop that's like, if it's important, he'll call back, was his best customer.
Exactly.
Oh, man. So, yeah, then the boys are they delinquent their way through the woods for a little while, chasing Piggy, because what else are you going to do? Then I just have the Sasquatch pops in, eats one. Then we get a great kid with a mullet.
Yeah, not Piggy.
We get a great kid with a mullet that's actually a stuntman falling down the hill.
Yeah, I've written down Jason Priestley aged by 40 years.
Yes. And they all yell like Captain N from the intro of the Captain N, the Game Master, when he gets sucked into the TV. Just, they all fucking sound like that. Then I have the Sasquatch, evil dead spirits through the woods and eats Piggy.
Yeah, he just kind of teleports his way around the woods.
Yeah, did they explain his teleporting in the book, Tim? Tim's dead. So then we cut to a scene where Corey got in trouble. He got some detention because his dog followed him to school. Seems unfair. They should have punished the dog.
Well, it seems kind of harsh for the dog coming to the classroom.
Yeah, that's
Detention.
such a... Yeah, this guy's a real taskmaster, I guess, this teacher. But so it's the end of his detention. He's turning in his work he was doing. And he's like, here you go. And the teacher's like, wow, you did a really good job on it this time. Corey's like, yeah, the dog helped. And I'm like,
If I was that teacher, I would believe him. Even though I was like, no, this is fantastical. This could never happen unless it's high fantasy.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Well,
The
I
fact-
think it was like a graph and a
No
chart.
improvement.
the dog's like, hey, asshole, maybe you should breathe out of your nose. Your mouth's been hanging open the whole fucking movie.
Let me digress for a second because, I don't like to do that too much. What was it about these two Coreys where they were so fucking big? For what? They had maybe like a 6 to 7 year window where they were like it.
Well,
right?
They were found very attractive by young girls and old Hollywood producers.
I can look at a young Corey Haim, and I could see how teenage girls
or old Hollywood producers.
If I was a teenage girl, I could see him. Yes, or yeah. All right, let's not get into that. I could see how. Yeah, you could see. Oh yeah, he's a cute kid. But as soon as this guy opens up his fucking mouth,
has that ever turned you off of a guy, Candice, when he opens his mouth?
No. Of course, I'd never really hung around anybody who has their mouth agape at all times.
Well, yeah, technically he never does open his mouth because it is always open. So,
oh, buddy. So,
I just like that word, agape.
It's a good one. So then the welder in the school, he hears the computer teacher get eaten, and I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck? We got a welder now? They go down under the school. It's like where Freddy lives. What the fuck?
Oh yeah,
is
they
happening?
have this gigantic boiler room that's filled with like sharp tools.
Yeah, and are we supposed to assume that this guy can sit down there all day and listen to everything that's going on in all the classrooms?
Maybe he's got the place bugged. He is the handyman, Tim. So he calls up the cops. He's like, "Hey, get out here! I think the computer teacher got eaten." And then the cops are like, "This is the whole like screaming. Don't worry, he'll call back." He gets impaled.
Oh, that's
he gets impaled on the, like a pipe, just a errant pipe sticking out. So then this.
Well, I think he's like off the ground on the pipes,
he gets impaled on it.
He's not. His feet aren't touched. Yeah, he's
pretty fun, right through the chest. That was a decent kill for Bigfoot. And then this is the scene then, Tim, where Bigfoot goes and looks at all the trophies and dioramas and steals a teddy bear.
Well, no, you don't see him steal the teddy bear. You just see, because I know what's going on in the book. You see him go through the trophy case. He breaks the glass. Right. And you see the teddy bear in the trophy case, but this movie gives you no fucking indication of why he's doing this at all. That's why I say there has to be a little bit longer.
See, when I watched it, I thought he was mad at the teddy bear because he kind of punched where the teddy bear was. And you're right, you don't see him take the teddy bear out of the case. But later, when the cops are there, you see the teddy bear is missing because they investigate it. They find the dead computer teacher.
I don't know how you people noticed this. I don't remember any of this. Of course, I watched it like 2 days ago.
Well, I mean, I read the book and I saw this movie already once. I knew we were doing a podcast. Yeah. So I was the people who pay attention to us and pay money, they owe it to. I owe it to them to.
Some of us do a good job, Candice.
I don't know if I do. Yeah.
We're not all just like flouncing about.
Not just getting all high all the time.
We don't just get high and then go like some floozy down at the AM PM. Yeah. Trying to hook up with all the underage boys. Your poor husband just stays home and hides like a hermit crab. You're down there tarting it up.
Are you done?
Sure.
No, I was trying to make I was trying to make a jab at the movie that it's like so forgettable that like 2 days later I was already forgetting it.
I feel you. I feel you.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right.
No, it wasn't about me whoring myself at the 7-Eleven.
I'd say you were whoring. That's unseemly. Said tarting it up. That's a little different.
Well, what were you buying, Candice? Were you teasing him? Were you buying like certain things or something?
Whipped cream and nipple clamps or something?
Yeah. Part of that Pepsi generation.
I get one of those 14 packs of Fireball with the shots.
God. That shit is gross, dude.
It's so disgusting.
Wait, is that little fucking cinnamon shit? Oh my God. There's certain parts of my... on my trip to work where I see like fucking 8 or 9 of those fucking bottles on a curb. I'm like, what the
That's
fuck?
like if you're the saddest drunk ever.
Ugh.
It's got to be cheaper to buy a bigger bottle.
It's like
I don't understand the point of the shot bottles, those little like shot ones that are in gas stations.
It's
like,
easier to
how much of a raging alcoholic do you have to be to need that? with you at all times.
You buy a bunch of them because it's easier to trick women into drinking too much alcohol if it comes in cute little bottles. He's like, here's have another one. They're tiny. They're harmless.
What would you say your hit ratio is?
Yeah, that's right. It looks so small in your hand. Yeah.
I guess for you though, Candice, those are like a regular bottle of alcohol. Huh?
My grasping little claws wrapped around it.
It's the same size in your hand as like a regular fifth in your husband's hand. Oh man. So yeah, then we have I have at 48 minutes and 43 seconds into the movie, I have the worst line delivery I've ever fucking heard, which is the cop demanding that the NSO explains what's going on here, or he's going to talk to the press.
Whatever, that was Oscar worthy.
It was. I'm going to cut it in here. Now, after that, I love that the cops are like, okay, we'll explain it to you somewhere else. Right?
Oh, yeah. They're like, well, not here. Somewhere quiet and away from people.
So they take him away from the people, right? They explain it to him. And then what happens? Yeah, they kill him. Why did you even explain it to him and give him the option of potentially wrestling his way free?
Eddie, it gets explained.
I thought it was because they were going to kill him, but they couldn't do it while he was surrounded by all the other cops. They had to like get him by himself. Like, what could we tell him?
The point is, you don't.
Yeah, but Candice, I think the point is, you don't go to the head of the mafia and go, tomorrow, I'm going to tell the DA every single fucking thing I know, and you're going to go to jail for the rest of your life, and your criminal career is over.
Unless you tell me more.
Right? And then have the mafia guy go, hey, let's go out for dinner. Just me and you.
I mean, it was dumb. No, but that was the reason.
My whole point is you tell him, like, this is one of those, like, little things, right? Like, if you're luring children into your van and you tell them, like, you've got a hurt puppy in the back and that you need help, you know? You don't actually have to have the puppy in your van. Like, you can just lie. You could just tell this cop.
Or you could have her tape record.
You could just tell this cop, hey, let's go someplace private. I'll tell you what's going on. And then not tell him what's going on. And just kill him. If you're going to kill him anyway.
All right. Here's how my mind works because of the podcast and shit that I listen to. It's one of those QAnon things, right?
What?
It's where it's like the government's doing some evil shit and they're getting away with it, but that's not good enough. They have to rub it in your face and tell you about it, and then they kill you like a James Bond.
Okay, so this is Babe Ruth calling his shot, is what you're talking about here. It's like, look, not only am I going to kill you, motherfucker, but I don't respect you so much. I'll tell you I'll give you the Blowfield parlor scene, and then I'll kill you.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, okay. Makes sense, I suppose. Terrible logic.
No, because the QAnon thing is one of the huge things with the QAnon people is that some of these science fiction movies, like The Matrix and all these other things, they're real. It's really what's happening. And the reason why these movies are being made is because the elite globalist, code word for something, I won't say what, are so arrogant that they not only have to get away with it, but they have to shove it in people's faces. Like, you're so stupid, we're going to show you the Matrix, and you're not going to believe it's real. You're going to think it's a movie.
It normalizes those kinds of ideas, so when they spring the truth on you, you're more ready and accepting of it. See, Tim, this is why I'm telling you the storm's coming. So, by the way, over under, do you guys believe there's going to be any sort of violence on Tuesday when this episode comes out over Trump being arrested?
Ooh, because I was going to say because of this episode.
No,
yeah.
It's not that bad.
Let me tell you this: the Proud Boys came to New York City today to protest a drag queen reading of books at some place in Manhattan. And they got the shit beat out of them and ran with their fucking tails between their legs, protected by the cops.
I gotta say, if there's a
bunch of fucking
group of people you do not want to fuck with, it's drag queens in New York. They will fuck you up. I mean, imagine how tough their life has been. How many people have fucked with them and tried to fight with them in the past? Like, they can scrap, man. They've had to deal with some shit. I wouldn't fuck with them. Plus,
I wonder, you're gonna fuck around with
No.
Divine?
No, not at all, man. I'm good. So then, okay. So this is the best part. We learned that they got a monk to teach the animals to be psychic.
Oh yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I missed this part. Wait.
Monk? The NSO guys when he explains it to the cop, he tells him that they got a monk and he taught animals to be psychic. But
I think he's just fucking with him here.
No, this sounds like a Dean Koontz novel.
Yeah, you read the book. Was there any monks in it?
No, I don't remember that. But here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get the book and I'm gonna read it again.
Check if you have the ebook of it. Just search for the word monk or search for Tony Shalhoub.
God.
You should.
Well, I'll probably get it on Audible, because I have like 8 credits.
Okay, then just make sure Tony Shalhoub's not doing the narration, because then there would be a monk narrating the book. So technically,
wow,
yeah.
Deep.
And then he frames Bigfoot for the murder too of the cop because he pokes his eyes out.
Yeah, he rips his eyes out.
I think it's in the book, but I don't think it's this actual thing. I think that does happen with the person who's supposed to be chasing after both of them, the dog and the outsider.
Yeah, well, that's the NSO guy. That's Ironsides. He's the
yeah, but I think his character's in the book, but I don't think it's the same character that we're seeing in this movie.
Okay, so
I mean, definitely not, because that twist at the end is not in the book at all.
Oh, that's
okay. And when I watched it again, I went, "Suck my fucking
The twist
dick."
at the end is one of the best parts, man. That I was like, oh, that ties the whole thing together.
It makes no fucking sense.
Well, especially how he's introduced. They call him. Wait, no, it does. It does make sense, because at the beginning of the movie, he's introduced. He's on a boat. He shows up to see that guy, and they're like, "Oh, something." He goes, "I know why you called me." I said, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Well, if you were trying to figure out who blew up the place, which we never figure out who blew up this fucking place. That doesn't happen at all.
No,
right? I thought the twist was going to be it was Michael Ironside did it. I thought that was going to be the twist in this movie.
We have no idea who blew up their facility. We know that it was explosive. So he says, not an accident.
Yeah. So Michael Ironside says, "You called me, so I know it must have escaped." So, all right, you know what? A little bit, half a point for the movie. It did tie it. No,
what I was saying doesn't make any sense. Is he's special because he doesn't have a conscience? There's fucking regular people with no conscience. That doesn't make him special.
Yeah, that's called being a sociopath.
Yeah, but he got a dog dick.
He has wait, he's got a dog dick? I don't remember that.
He's the medium between the dog and the fucking
so
Bigfoot
he's got a red rod. Was that in the book or?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. He fucks the bum. So, oh god damn it. So okay. Now we get back to my buddy, the Aussie, and he's giving mom a foot rub. And this dude is trying to fuck.
Oh, his little rant that he goes on when he gets denied. Jesus. Yeah. I don't understand why women can't want sex the same as men do.
Guess what, motherfucker?
They do. Just not with you. Exactly. If you're a guy complaining about that, it's on you.
Mm-hmm.
No, the best part about it, I don't think we mentioned in the first part, when we're introduced to this guy, Michael Ironside, and this dude within 3 sentences tells Michael Ironside, "I'm fucking this lady."
He's like, listen.
He's like, "Oh, I take care of all her appliances and everything like that." You know what I mean?
It's like, I take care of her appliances and her vagina with my penis. And he's like, if you know what I mean. Oh, okay.
I wonder what's Australian slang for penis and pussy.
Well, for penis, it's got to be something about a roux. Everything's about a roux.
Yeah, and pussy, maybe something down under? Oh, do they call it down under there or over top?
They call it Over the Top, the Sylvester Stallone movie. Yeah, that's a good point.
That's what they call them sly.
Yeah. Did they call where we're at down under then?
Yeah.
Or up over? I don't know.
I think it's
to our Australian listeners, let us know what you call a pussy first, so Tim can yell it a bunch. A penis.
I'll do it in your accent, too.
And then, what you call Australia, if you call it down under, if you call it just where we are.
Yeah, what's slang? What's slang for America, right? We got down under for Australia. What do you call it? We got the rest of the world for every place else. What's
assholes?
Hey, by the way, this guy sucks at fixing the dryer too, because it blows
he fucking breaks it. Yeah.
He is the coxman, not the fucking handyman. Okay, that's why he's
the weird control panel that he glued to the front of the dryer.
It was like her brand new washing machine, or dryer or whatever, and he was supposed to install it, and she was so excited.
Crazy control panel on it. I don't know, it's fucking weird. Anyhow.
That gets you going, Candice. You're a single mom, right? All of a sudden, this Aussie guy shows up with kind of a mullet. He's like, I'll fix your dryer and wash
and I'll clean your pipes.
And I'm almost 21, so.
And not only will he clean your pipes, he'll do it counterclockwise.
Because they're from down under. There you go, Candice.
Yeah, that's the other thing. When I go to a strip club in the down under, how do they grind? Do they grind clockwise or counterclockwise?
If an Australian does a whirly-copter with his cock, does he do it clockwise or counterclockwise?
Send Candice.
No.
Do you think he was trying to get the mom stuck in the dryer? That could have been going on.
Oh, he's like, I need to fix it, but you got to reach in back here.
Yeah, you got to touch the back there where I put the...
No, because I think Australians are about 20 years behind us, not 20 years ahead of us.
Nah, that's fair.
In pornography.
So they're going to get to the stuck porn stuff here in about 10 years then. That's good.
It's a good time to move to Australia and start a stuck porn
company. Get your first Wendy's and stuck porn.
They return home to check out what's going on. And this is when apparently the Bigfoot killed the Australian, decapitated him, and put his head in the dryer, I guess.
For some reason, there's a lot of heads in baskets and fucking containers.
Yeah,
right?
This thing likes... which I would say also, if your concern is things look at you and it makes you mad, you don't have to rip the eyes out and decapitate them. I think one or the other would be enough, right?
Yeah, but I mean, it's getting more crazy. It's getting more psychopathic every time. And again, here's the thing: is the book is almost like a road trip, okay? Because they say how many times. The dog is like a beacon, and the outside of the Oxycontin, whatever the fuck it is the homing missile. Yeah. Why the fuck can't this homing missile lock onto the beacon in a town that has what?
Oh, I know. It should have been at the house with the fucking dog in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Easily.
And again, that's why at the end of the movie where Corey Haim says, let's make a stand, that happens at the end of the book. And again, it's a fucking Delta Force guy, or at least an adult who fucking does that shit.
It's not Corey Haim. It's anything but Corey Haim. Fucking terrible, man. So, okay. So then they go to sneak out of the house, right? Because the fucking NSO's coming for them. They run upstairs. Corey gets a gun. Right? And then mom fucking Assassin's Creed parkours from the roof to the neighbor's fucking roof. Corey follows her. Then somebody throws the dog from their roof to another roof.
Well, no, this is where the dog
is Airbud's grandfather?
Yeah, not so air.
Oh, shit. Oh, Candice, we just fucking figured out how Air Bud happened.
Oh, shit. He was part of Michael Jordan.
You're going to tell me when this dog gets a taste of freedom, he's not out there fucking the first bitch he can find?
Then he learns to play basketball.
And he can eat.
And that sentence was
and
not
Air Bud
bad.
can eat chocolate. Yeah. This is established now. He inherited that.
Yep, there we go. So, yeah, I just have the reason that
there's no rule that says a dog can eat chocolate. Oh, yeah there is.
There's literally a bunch of them.
Okay.
No, so I just have the dog's laying on the ground hurt. I think the dog actor broke all of its legs and shit out its shin bones. So They take it to a vet because they're not in a hurry, and the vet is like, "Hey, yeah, your dog will be fine. Just, I don't know, spit on it, rub some dirt on it." And he's like, "Hey, I gotta go into the other room with a phone real quick."
Yo, the fucking vet's got faxed the fucking most wanted dog picture. And he didn't recognize it until he saw the tattoo on his ear. It's a fucking golden retriever in a small area. I've never seen these fucking people before, and they're acting hinky. Oh, wait a second. Let me check the fax machine.
Yeah. He's holding the picture of the dog from the fax up and comparing that to the dog.
He like covers its ears so he can recognize it easier.
Yeah. Oh my God. And then he's like, "Hello, people looking for the dog? I have the dog. You have to come here though, because and bring the reward money." This fucking piece of shit. So anyhow, the mom and and Corey overhear this, and they sneak out. And the mom's like, we never even paid the man. I feel bad. I'm like, bitch, you feel what the fuck? He's a narc. This guy's a fucking dirty rat. We don't, no, fuck this guy. So they sneak off to that seedy motel from the beginning, and the mom and Corey get a room together.
This is the small town MILF Manor. MILF Motel.
Yep.
MILF Motel.
AKA small town.
Tim, imagine season 2, they lose the budget and it's MILF Motel.
This week is a finale too, which is extra great. Wait, you know what? Hold on. Yeah. Sidetrack. I just found out that one of the women on MILF Manor was in Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4.
Tuesday night.
Yes.
Yep. Tuesday night.
Wait, Tuesday night? Wait,
no,
that's
her
name?
Not her name.
Tuesday night?
No, that's a different actress's name.
No.
Never mind.
Okay.
No, but yes, because when I was watching Nightmare on Elm Street 4, like last weekend, I was like looking up the cast. I was like, I wonder what she's doing now. And I saw she was in fucking MILF Manor. I was like, oh no.
And his son is such a hipster douche. It's not even fucking funny.
Oh God, it's that one.
She's the one, Eddie. What episode are you up to?
I never made it past the
one
first
where Jose is about to start trying to fuck the daughter.
Oh, all right. So you're up there with the when the ex-husband showed up, right? And just like picked her up and like left the fucking 20-year-old guy all by himself. Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah. So I think we're both caught up to date on that one. So
I
next
just
week,
checked the April in MILF Manor. It wasn't her. She was in Married with Children and MacGyver.
No, it's the one who has the blonde hair. And her son has that fucking like half a shaved head, and his hair grown long and covering it up like he's like
he's a dick. Yeah.
Oh wait, come on, cat.
Tim's got to go correct his cat. His cat was misbehaving again.
No, he just wants to.
No, so what I wanted
my
to
dogs
point
are
out
over here bothering me.
What I wanted to point out, the clerk at this motel is pretty fucking creepy, right?
Oh yeah, he's super creepy.
Like Candice, if he was the cashier at the
dogs.
No, I love his wife.
His wife is
the wife is such a great fucking character, and when you see her, you can understand the husband. This guy, he's a fucking method actor. He's really good. When you see the wife, you're like, I understand.
So here's my question. How often are people checking in here with secret dogs? This woman is this fucking angry about a dog.
Oh, she fucking hates dogs.
Oh my God.
She'd shoot that dog immediately if she saw it.
Oh my God. What if the movie ended that way? They get to the motel, the fucking wife just gets in there and like cold
kicks open the door.
Bam.
Unloads both barrels into the dog.
Destroys this dog explodes, and then the number 7 or whatever, Oxford or whatever the fuck, just like, damn, never mind, just leaves. Nah. So I also he just gives the clerk gives them the keys to a room. He doesn't charge them, doesn't ask them for ID, nothing. Just
it's because that mom's so hot.
Oh, okay. He's gonna sneak in there.
Likes the dog. That's why.
Whoa, Tim.
Okay, all right. That's a good point, Tim. I agree completely with what you said.
Or something. What are you doing?
Oh, it's like his mute button's stuck. And
yeah, Tim, turn the turbo button off on your mute button.
Come on, cat.
This is creepy.
What did you do, Tim? Now you're fine.
Okay.
You were doing like a Crimson and Clover thing there for a minute. It didn't work for the pod. I'll tell you that. So yeah, they the fucking next morning, piece of shit fucking rats him out to the NSO. The goddamn clerk. He's like, yeah, they checked in and they had a dog, and I didn't know that they had a dog. They lied to me. He keeps looking at the wife. The wife's just like sharpening a fucking sickle.
He's clearly an abused person.
Oh God, this poor
scared
man.
It's like every time she moves, he flinches.
Yeah, he's like wincing at her. He peed himself a little. It was really disturbing.
It was awkward.
So Corey and the dog and the mom, the trio, they hear the cops coming, and the mom's like, all right, sneak out the window, go to the cabin, which is probably where we should have went to anyway, just now that I'm thinking about it. But don't turn the truck on immediately. Roll it a little ways first, or they'll hear it. It's like, I know,
yeah, and
Mom.
He's like, I know. I've been sneaking out of the house for months. She's like, remind me to ground you.
I've been sneaking out and almost having sex with that girl in the barn next to the cow for months.
Could you imagine how bad that barn would stink?
Oh my God. Before or after?
Ew. Ew, get the stank in the air.
You just get a horse fly on your pussy.
Oh, no.
Can you imagine that, Candice?
No, shut up.
Just like laying back because you just had a like marathon pussy eating session on some hay, and then a horse fly lands on you.
Oh my God. No, I was thinking about having sex outdoors, and it's not as glamorous as Hollywood has made it seem. You get mosquitoes in your ass.
It sounds glamorous, but then you think like literally that's what every dog does. It's also what it's what the homeless do as well. They kind of have to.
Oh, I thought they did in like children's playgrounds.
No, I've done that though. That's had sex with a homeless
address
person.
This Tim situation.
Oh yeah, Tim's gone again. Let's pause it and go retrieve him.
Jesus Christ!
And persistent.
Fucking strict schedules.
3, 2, 1. Here we go.
We're
okay.
so fucking Nazis. Oh, sorry.
Tim, let's stream it about fucking Nazis. Jesus. The minute I unpause it, you're screaming about Nazis.
Like, hey, as good as.
Yeah. Yeah. I'll tell you who was right was that. No. So, the mom talks with the NSO while Corey sneaks off with the dog, right?
Yeah.
They're like, look, this creature is going to track down the dog, and it's going to kill the dog and anybody who's been in contact with the dog. Okay? And she kind of warms up to him a minute, and he's like, listen, if we take you to the girl that went missing at the beginning, the girlfriend you're looking for, if we take you to go see her, then will you leave with us? Then would you trust us?
Will you be her mom?
What? Yeah, what the fuck, Tim?
Yep. Not in the book. Not in the book. So don't ask me any questions after this. I don't know. This doesn't make any fucking sense at all.
My next 2 notes are motel manager's wife is vacuuming, pissed at the dog. Why didn't she make the husband vacuum? Then
because he's licking his wounds because she beat the living shit out of him.
Yeah, she probably like broke some ribs.
Oh man, I think so. The guy's like,
gotta go for those torso shots where no one can see the bruises.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
A good
move. Ladies, remember that. Yeah,
good move.
That's what I do.
hit them in the ribs with a frying pan while they're sleeping.
Yeah, the reason your husband never leaves the house. The reason your husband never leaves the house is because you broke his ankle.
That's why he's so pale. He's covered in bruises.
Don't pop a balloon around her husband. Yeah.
You've hobbled him misery style so he can't leave. Not even your husband. He's just a guy. Like, listen, I swear you can tell me about the books you're reading if you just let me leave.
I will listen to your
I'm
podcast.
interested, yes.
Yeah. So no, then I have that the motel manager's wife gets killed by the monster because she's in the bathroom. Then they take the mom to the girl, and she notices that the girl's been drugged the whole time.
And she's on an IV drip, right?
Yeah.
That's a lot of drugs.
I'm going to assume that IV bag has the drug that is keeping her knocked out, right?
Yeah.
Why does she keep saying they're injecting me with stuff that makes me sleep? Why do you have the IV bag? If you would use the IV bag, Candice, you have some medical background, right? That's what you put the sleeping drug into, right? Not waking her up and then giving her a different shot.
Well, because when she said that, I was like, man, she must have some hellacious track marks on her arms.
Oh, yeah,
and then why, when the mom shows up, her new mom, do they stop giving her drugs?
There's a lot of questions.
I wonder if she was like hysterical and freaking out and they just wanted to shut her the fuck up. And so they like drugged her, and now the mom's there, they're like, this is your problem.
That's true. Women are a lot more like pliable and cooperative if you drug them, I've found. So
it's a good thing they haven't found you.
Yeah. They're a lot more consenting.
A lot more consensual. If you know what I mean. No, but why the fuck are they like, now you have to look after her? The NSO guy? It's like, now you can be her mom.
Oh, well, look, it gives the broad something to do.
So,
right?
Yeah.
Leave us alone. Go take care of the sick thing.
So while the broad's taking care of her, Corey and the dog are playing Scrabble.
Oh my fucking God. This is one of the most incredible fucking scenes in the movie, right?
Yeah, it's insane. It's one of the most insane things.
A dog playing Scrabble. Yeah, you see this paw moving the fucking pieces around. And then Corey Haim challenges the dog.
On the word. Yeah. Was it CZ, and it was like cubic zirconia, and he's like, you can't use abbreviations or whatever.
Yeah.
What was it? I don't remember what it was. What was it?
Remember? OZ for
I don't
ounces.
Remember either.
Who cares?
Yeah. Because I lost a match of Scrabble because of something quite similar, where someone cheesed it and used a word that was from another fucking language, which is not allowed in the rules, but that word was in the fucking dictionary.
Yeah.
What was the word? Tell me, what was the word? Because I know you remember it, Candice. I bet you even have it maybe even fucking tattooed on your fucking knuckles. What was the word?
Ki, K-I. Because it's in the Jewish alphabet, it counts in Scrabble. He didn't fucking know that. He just was trying to make a play.
So he bluffed you and he won.
He did, yep.
Oh, shit.
Never fucking forget that.
Wow, yeah. Oh, wow. Damn, Candice. Oh, shit. Yeah.
I know who's on your shit list already. Oh man. So they keep trying to pressure the mom, like, just tell us where the dog and by extension your son is. And she just, stonewalls him out of it. Then we cut to Corey's buying bombs and shotgun shells at a store. And the clerk's like, what are you doing?
Wait, how old are you?
He's like, oh, I'm about to turn 16, sir.
Yep.
Sweet.
And I'm going to have the greatest thing that ever, my right as an American is to shoot a gun. And I need to buy those shells, right?
Yeah, I'm here to hunt grizzly. And he's like, grizzly's protected here.
Yeah.
He goes, I know, and smiles. So it's like, all right,
the guy smiles back.
Yeah, he's like, all right, well, have fun poaching.
By the way, I like grizzly meat. Come back if you got some.
Yeah. So Corey goes back to the cabin. He's like, hey, Furface, what's going on? And Furface used the Scrabble board to be like, if I go, you safe. If I stay, you die.
Again, come on, dog. You don't. Look, you're not fucking Tim Yobo with fucking 8 beers in you. Come on, use fucking proper English.
Yeah. Come on. fewer fucking I go you, and everything's misspelled. Like
that's pretty bad. When I'm saying, do better with English.
It's all the the R's backwards, like Toys R Us, like that kind of thing going on with this fucking dog.
He got the Russian Scrabble, boy. That's how Candice lost. He had the Russian Scrabble.
Oh, Tim, to answer your question, the abbreviation was DZ for dozen.
Oh. Was that in your notes?
Yeah. So then Corey goes out and he just starts rigging up pipe bombs and torches. And he's like, check this out, dog. If I shove a bunch of old rusty nails and coins in this bomb, that'll create shrapnel.
You know what? Hold on, Eddie. Again, maybe we're going to have to bleep this out so I don't get arrested by the FBI or anything like that.
Mm-hmm.
You hit the nail on the head. He uses new shit. Use some rusty shit, right? So even if you nick somebody, they get fucking blood poisoning.
Yeah, exactly.
I have nothing
cool.
to say to
glad
that.
Glad we covered that, Tim.
Look, I read the Anarchist Cookbook, so.
Yeah, you want to, really go after them, then that's a good idea. And he's rigging up like laser lights and like a red warning light, but the dog like brought the light to him. He's like, you should set up a warning light. He's like, oh, that's a good idea, dog.
Yeah.
That's when you realized he was high.
Yeah. So I don't believe Corey Haim is Rambo for my notes. Because think about it, we're in Washington, right? We've got the law enforcement.
He is very white, though.
He is very white, true.
And stupid.
He is dumb.
With a gaping mouth, right? So
he's. Oh, hold on a second. I almost forgot the conversation that Corey had with his dad, or with the dog about why his
about
dad
how he
left.
can't kill anything because he's a pussy.
Maybe my dad left because I couldn't kill anything.
Mm-hmm. Well, come on, your dad's in Delta Force. He's killed lots of fucking things, right?
Oh,
it's a sad disappointment of a son. Might as well have named him Nancy.
Oh, maybe.
Or Corey.
Do you think maybe the mom...
Corey. Corey, you look at your little baby and you go, hey, you know what? I want to fuck you up for the rest of your life. I'm going to call you Corey.
Yeah.
Corey. When was that name cool? And they're two motherfuckers? Jesus Christ.
Damn, someone is not a fan of the two
I guess
Corys.
that name was cool when those two were born, Tim.
Well, that's what I mean. What the fuck was going on in the country when those two were conceived that they were born? Because they're both pretty much about the same age, right?
Yeah, those two, and then the lead singer.
Corey was an acceptable name. And I apologize for any of our Corys who are listening to us, especially if you're in Australia. Mm-hmm. Your name is probably Ori, but close enough.
Yeah,
just call him Cor.
Sorry to Corey Feldman and the lead singer of Slipknot.
I thought you were going to say Smashing Pumpkins. That's Billy Corgan. I'm dumb.
It's Corey Ginn. That's not close, Candice. It's very close.
Wow. Damn, Candice.
It's okay. You'll get it next time, all right?
You just yoboed.
It's 10:30. I'm tired.
It's okay. So, warning light goes off. It's Rambo time. NSO comes. But they have the mom and his girlfriend. And they triggered one of the bombs. So Corey's like, oh, shit. And then he still throws it at them anyway.
He throws it, like, behind them?
Yeah, but it's still throwing it at them.
And it's basically a pipe bomb, right?
Yeah, it's a shrapnel bomb.
This is like the kind of thing that you would take, like, the Japanese minister with.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, deep cut.
Yeah, Tim, he would take out the Japanese minister.
Ex-Japanese minister.
That's relevant to this movie, exactly, Tim. So he pipe bombs them. The mom and the girlfriend break the fuck out. Ironside starts shooting at them. His partner's like, whoa, wait a minute, dude, hold on here. We probably shouldn't be shooting at fucking innocent people. We're here to kill the monster. And he says, yeah, but remember at the very beginning of this movie when I say there were 3 experiments? First of all, if this is a lab and they're doing experiments, there's hundreds. There's not 3. Uh-huh. There's some that failed. There's some others they have as
why?
backup.
All right. With this reveal, what we're going to find out, when Michael Ironside is showing the other cop, showing that videotape of what happened in the laboratory, why is Michael Ironside there?
Right. Yeah, and he's not there in the capacity of being one of the experiments. He's there in a professional capacity.
Yes, he's wearing a white lab coat, so that means he's a doctor or a scientist, not a fucking assassin or the third link.
I thought that it meant that his was the first experiment.
But he says
his
he's
was the first
third.
project.
How do you top Michael Ironside with no conscience? Come on. Take over a whole give me 3 Michael Ironsides with no conscience, I'll take over fucking the whole world.
Yep. That's fair. Very fair. Because he tells them he's the third experiment and he's the perfect killing machine because he has no conscience.
It's like that's all the CEOs.
Yeah.
It's like you're not special because you don't have a conscience.
Yeah, that means nothing. Like, does he think he can cause some damage? Look at Steve Jobs.
Does it make him extra strong? Does he think that's what happens when you don't have a conscience?
Oh, maybe, yeah.
You can't hurt me.
Maybe that means that he has no conscience, so he can't be knocked unconscious. Maybe that's what he thinks.
Yeah.
Huh, you can't
maybe
knock
he thinks
me out.
It's like adrenaline, you know, like when you can just ignore your body's signals. That's what not having a conscience.
So you're like in shock constantly. That's what he thinks.
It's really such an incredible, stupid fucking reveal that has not been set up at all. Mm-hmm. Even though he killed that cop. All right, he killed that cop. Why? Because he's working for a government secret agency, and that cop is going to fucking blow the whistle on what's going on. Exactly.
Yeah, and the other agent had no problem with that.
Right.
But like I said, the only thing that you can kind of connect it to is that the very beginning when he says, well, if you were trying to figure out who blew it up, you would call, these 2 people. So if you're calling me, obviously I know what it is. But still, that makes no sense. But what has he been doing out in the world this whole fucking time?
That's part of the experiment, Tim.
Wet work.
Tim, he's been out acting. I mean, you've seen this man's Internet Movie Database, Tim.
That's true, yes.
He's in all kinds of things. Well, his name is Lem in this, too. But he's Ironside. He ain't fucking Lem. Fuck that. Lem, yeah.
Lem?
Yeah, like Lemmy Winks.
Fucking Motorhead? Yeah.
Yeah, like Lemmy Kilminster from Motorhead.
Oh, I thought that was the actress's name.
No, that's Lala.
I'm kidding.
I swear to God, when I found out that Lala was the actual girlfriend, I was like, oh my fucking God. So who was the dog? Why does the dog have a first name and a second name then?
The dog's name's Jessica Johnson.
Hey, you know what? There were no credits for the dog. Holy shit.
That's fucked up, right?
Wait, hold on. I'm looking at stunts. Maybe they have the dog's name here.
Stunt dog? Yeah. Oh, there had to be at least 20 fucking different dogs to this goddamn movie, right?
Well, yeah, they usually have more than one for, like,
Well, yeah, because you have one dog who does this and one dog who does that. And, you need a dog who's going to jump over a burning car. You get this dog, yeah.
They've got the dog.
If you need a dog who's going to type in MSO DOS, you get this dog.
MSO DOS, yeah. So they've got the
Yeah.
dog they threw out the window. They've got the dog that they threw down the hill. They've got the dog they threw off of the roof.
Those were the asshole dogs. Those are the ones that hit the trainers.
Hey, look, your dog didn't make the cut playing Scrabble. There is another role for him, though.
Look, yeah. They're auditioning dogs with the Scrabble board. Oh, God. Fucking terrible movie, dude. Oh, anyhow. So, old Ironside, then he goes after Corey. Right. And Corey, well, first of all, Corey just knifes him in the throat.
But you don't even see it, right? It's kind of like, it's like another reveal. You just see like the close up, and then all of a sudden Corey backs up.
Yeah, and he's got a knife.
Corey's
in his throat.
parents were like, "Look, our son is wholesome. We need him to keep a certain image. We can't have him knifing a motherfucker in the throat, right?"
That's fair. Yeah, we can't have that on screen. Because you could take.
By the way, give me some cocaine and give me his money.
Yeah, and whose pool party is he going to be at this weekend? Brian Singer's or
Wait a second. He can get a private jet to an island?
Kevin Spacey's.
Yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, Epstein had more than one island. That's funny. He had Little St. James.
I will say this. Let me just say this real quick.
Yeah.
Somebody I know sent me a list that they took a picture of from the internet with a bunch of people who supposedly went to Jeffrey Epstein's island.
Mm-hmm.
And while I have no doubt that probably 99% of the people on that list went to his island,
Mm-hmm.
I think that probably, I'll say this, 98% of the reason is because he's a rich motherfucker and he invited you to his island.
Yeah, I mean, there certainly were different kinds of parties that happened there.
Yes, that's right. Yes, I agree with you 100%.
Sense.
But you don't go to Whoopi Goldberg and go, hey, guess what? You want to come to my island? Because
like I saw Chris Tucker was on the list. And
the one that got me the most was Michelle Wolf was on the list. And
yeah.
There's only a small group of people who know who the fuck she is, and the only reason this small group of people know who she is because she went to the fucking the Washington Correspondents dinner, and she ripped apart Sarah Huckabee.
Huckabee, yeah. Remember Sarah Huckabee?
Yeah, whatever her name is.
Oh man! So yeah, now he's okay. So he knifed the dude Ironside in the throat, and then Ironside's like, you won't win. And then he says multitude is coming.
I have no idea.
He does. And then the mom shoots him. And I just have what? What the fuck is multitude?
Ow.
Okay, whatever. So they bandage Corey up because they think that the movie's over, but it isn't because remember there was a monster. So the light goes off. The warning light goes off. The monster's here. So they're like, all right, why don't we just run away? So they try to run away because that's worked so well for everybody else. The monster gets Furface, fucks it up, and the mom's like, shoot it. And he's like, I can't get a clean shot. Furface is in the way. You know how soon that dog's fucking dead in my life?
Yeah, I was going to say, you know what, Furface? Take one for humanity. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm. No,
right.
Instead...
I love dogs, but come on.
Instead, the monster accommodates him and chucks Furface through the windshield of the truck.
Yeah. I'm sorry. The minute that they came to me and they're like, all right, the monster that's killing everybody, he's tracking down that dog. I'm slitting the dog's throat, putting it in some luggage, and then throwing it on a fucking flight.
Well, hold on, Eddie. I'll do you one better. You don't even have to kill the fucking dog, you cocksucker. Just put him in a fucking crate and put him on a fucking airplane and send him to fucking Europe.
Listen,
let the fucking thing cross the fucking Atlantic.
Listen, all you got to do, just take a note from, I don't know, public intellectual, I suppose is a good name for him. Garfield. You get a crate, you label it to Abu Dhabi, you stuff his ass in there like normal, and you're done. This whole movie's over. Nah, it's fucking idiot. So yeah, they shoot the monster and then they kill it and then that's it. It's over. The cabin burns down. The dog's alive. They're like, I guess we got to go back to that vet that tried to narc on us because the town, 9 people live in it. There's not another vet. Whatever. So that's it. That's the movie. Everything has been resolved now.
Yep. Thank God.
They've just...
There won't be a part 2 or a part 3 at all.
Yeah. Half of the police department's been killed. They killed half of the entire NSO, as far as I can tell. A big government-funded building blew up in their town, and they're missing 3 of their assets. No one's ever going to go look into that. Nope, they're cool. It's over. All over.
I wonder if that's where part 2 picks up, or if it's going to be completely different. That's it. New universe.
Oh, I'm sure it's going to be completely different.
Well, Tim,
I'm sure it's going to have no
buddy?
connection to the first movie.
You know what, Tim? Next episode we're
doing it next week. Everybody's surprised.
No, why don't you fill us in on what happened with part 2 next week?
Because it'd be incoherent.
How is that any different?
True.
So yeah, don't watch this fucking movie. It's a terrible piece of shit. Tim, what do you want people to pay attention to on the internet? Because fuck this thing.
Like always, just pay attention to us. Give us 5-star reviews. Yeah, I'll take even a 4-star review just because of this movie. But Australia, we better get up there. In the,
yeah, come on, charts. Australia, you guys have been slacking with our fucking ratings, too. You got beat by Turkey for months.
We're trying to flatter you with our accents.
Yeah, we all know why Turkey was searching for our podcast.
What about you, Candice? What do you think people should pay attention to on the internet?
Just me at HorrorHoochie69 on Instagram and Twitter.
Yeah, fair. Promote yourself. That's always good. I would say, go to patreon.com/bloodybits. Get access to the blood bank with access to all of our bonus episodes and over 5,600 movies now in the blood bank.
Every week it gets more and more.
Every week, we get more and more. Oh, I've been doing the thing where I tell people what's in the blood bank, what I just added. So let's take a look here.
Okay,
I'm going to open it up.
Good idea, yes.
That's a good little promo.
Can you figure out what's the top 10, top 20 movies that people watch in the blood bank?
For some reason, Necromantic has been the most watched.
Get the fuck out of here. Goddamn, Charlie.
Candice.
What?
Candice, yeah.
I'm blaming you on this one. Okay, so here we go. It's refreshing. Tim, we added RRR to the blood bank for you.
It's got cocaine there.
Candice, have you watched that movie yet?
Nope.
Eddie?
No.
Please trust me.
Tim, the movie is 3 hours long.
It's 3 hours long and it has dancing.
No. Just believe me when I tell you, okay? It is going to be one of the greatest experiences of your life. It is one of the best action movies that I've ever seen in my life. And it is one of the smartest, most entertaining fucking movies ever. Can't say enough about that movie. No, Mike, look, Mike from the Grindman watched it, and you know how much he hates watching long-ass fucking movies. I told him to watch it. He watched it. He said, it's fantastic. It's incredible.
Okay. Here's what we have added.
My word.
Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Oh, boy.
Is in the bank. Yeah. What else have we got here? The Strays. That's got Ashley Maddoquey. I don't know who the fuck that is.
Is that about werewolves?
Doesn't say. It just says something about people thinking this broad's crazy. So probably.
Maybe not.
And we've got Amityville Gas Chamber.
Do you have Amityville Karen?
Yeah.
Ooh.
It says Amityville Gas Chamber, and then the thing says, "For God's sake, open a window."
Oh boy!
Oh shit! It's a crossover with that. What was that movie where the fucking things are all farting all the time when they came out of the ground?
Spookies.
What? Oh Spookies, God! Yeah, fuck that.
Well, let me just say this real quick. You know how good the fucking blood bank is? On my Twitter feed, somebody posted about some Japanese movie that was really fucking great and all this stuff, and it's called Sleep Curse.
Okay.
And I went to search for it, and guess what? It's from 2007, and it's already on the blood bank.
Yeah.
So people are talking on the fucking internet about, I just discovered this great-ass fucking movie, and it's on the fucking blood bank already.
It's already there, yeah. I can't tell you the number of times I'm like, I'm going to watch this, or we're going to do this for the show, and I'm like, means I got to go find it or whatever. Just check the blood bank. I already have it. It's fucking crazy.
Yes, and you can request, if you join the Patreon, you can request a fucking movie. So if it's out there, we're going to find it for you.
Yep. So, patreon.com/bloodybits to get access to that. And next week's going to be the final week of March Badness. We're going to have a special guest.
What's the movie? Do we know what the movie is
yet? Yeah, we do. We're going to have a special guest joining us. Mike Wood from the Grind Bin.
Oh shit. Bringing in the big guns.
Damn, it's going to be a bad... Oh, man, this is going to be a badass fucking movie. This is going to be
a full moon movie.
Yeah. It's going to be right up there. So the movie is called Don't Fuck in the Woods.
Oh, we saw this movie on we did Discord fucking live stream of this, right?
You might have, yeah.
Yes, we did, because you were supposed to do it, and then something happened. You couldn't do it because you were cooking some exotic fucking shit in your backyard grill or something like that.
What are you talking about? I don't cook exotic shit. So yeah, Don't Fuck in the Woods. Runtime of 73 minutes. Couldn't even make 80.
And there's a guy in the movie who looks exactly like you, Eddie. That's why I remember this movie, because everybody in the disco is like, holy shit, that's fucking Eddie. Oh, that's Eddie.
Oh,
guess
boy.
what? He's got a big head.
Yeah, so let's have a lot of fun. We could watch Don't Fuck in the Woods. Or there's Don't Fuck in the Woods, too. That's 87 minutes, though. Maybe we'll do a double feature, Tim.
Yeah. Do a mashup. Yeah.
Do a mashup, yeah. Cut and screw them together. So, yeah, I guess that is everything. So thank you for listening, everybody, because this is how we ended.